You fuck up. You fuck up your order all the time. All the time. And then you're like, wasn't all that good.
I mean, it's too early to drink, but I feel like I need one.
It's like,
gonna be fun.
Fucking just order normal shit.
The fuck did I not order?
It's
It's on the goddamn menu.
Just because it's on the menu doesn't mean that you got to order it.
It's normal shit. It wouldn't be
No,
on the
there's
menu.
shit that you order that the cook is like, oh, I can't believe somebody ordered that. Like that's just extra meat that we carry around. Rory knows what I'm talking about. Every once in a while he'll see something come across and he's like, I can't believe somebody fucking ordered that. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Boom, and welcome to the Big Honker Podcast brought to you by Lucky Duck. I'm Jeff Stanfield with the dickhead Andy Shaver.
It's Monday and I'm already tired of your shit.
We got with us today our friend from Canada, Mr. Rory White. Rory, well, anyways, we ate at a shitty Italian restaurant in the middle of the fucking tourist trap that is Niagara, Canada. What is that actual town called? Is it Niagara Falls, Canada?
It's Niagara Falls. Yeah, Niagara Falls.
Anyways,
it's got some all right spots.
you go into fucking Disney World.
Real shit.
Bad.
Yeah, that's Clifton Hill.
Yeah, you go right into Disney World is what you go from the falls to Disney World. The Canadians got it right. They're taking that American money, just boom, 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 hands over fist. The lady asked me if I wanted to convert my money. I was like, well, fuck no. I do not want to convert my money. But anyways, what's the name of that restaurant we ate at?
I'm trying to find it right now.
It was not very good. We were going to go to this upscale place to eat. Really nice.
My Cousin Vinny's, I think, is what it was.
Is where we were going.
My Cousin Vinny's. Yeah. It used to be like Johnny Tomatoes or something. Yeah.
It's a shithole. That's right.
I had veal parm and it wasn't bad.
I didn't order veal parm. I wish I would have.
It wasn't
because
bad.
you order wrong shit. We went to a seafood place and he ordered a sloppy Joe and he was like, well, the sloppy Joe wasn't all that good.
No.
It's like, well, fuck no, it's not that good because they serve fish here. They don't serve sloppy Joes.
Me and Michelle had been to that restaurant. We stayed in the same town in upstate New York this last fall that we did this summer with the kids. We ate at this restaurant probably 3 times last time we were there, and we ate there 3 times this time. It's not a bad restaurant at all. I tried something new. The lady said we got an open face sandwich, and it was beef and blah blah blah
Sloppy Joe.
And she said it's kind of a sweet barbecue. And I thought, I'll try that. That's new, something new. I'll try it. Well, that was a big mistake. It was not something.
And he did the same thing at My Cousin Vinny's. He ordered like
spaghetti
French
and meatballs.
No, you didn't order. You ordered something stupid that you shouldn't order at an Italian restaurant.
What the fuck did I order wrong?
I can't remember. Get like veal parm and you won't be disappointed. Chicken parms. That's something in their wheelhouse.
If somebody says like I'm gonna order, the sloppy Joe is something like I feel like you could pull that off.
They didn't call it a sloppy Joe.
That's what it was when you got it.
No,
though.
they called it an organic heirloom open face
Right.
something and fucking mayo and arugula that genetically linked to the birth of Christ. Yeah, no, I get it.
But the
It's all
problem
marketing,
was,
Jeff.
The problem was
It's all in the marketing.
somebody
That
up
wears
fucking
me out.
somebody
That
fucking
wears
up
me out.
north thinks they need to add fucking sweetness to meat, and you don't do that shit. Let me tell you what I'm going to tell you my
Call it Southern
thoughts.
barbecue.
Here's my northern thoughts on food. It sucks most times, not all times.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on. The best food's in the
Texas
South.
is salt and pepper. Come
is.
on.
The best food is in the South.
I don't know if I agree. With you.
Southeast?
The South. We have spices.
Oh.
When you get up north, people don't know how.
We have spices. You're a little. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen too many coon asses come out of Texas.
That's true.
No, they have great food. I said the South.
So he's lumping Texas.
The
He's
South,
lumping
but like claiming
Texas
the South
into.
when you're from Texas is like the food identity. I don't know. You're like sort of like into like Mexican food.
Yeah, that's the greatest
you're like
food group there
Mexico
is.
Food.
No.
It's
I
good,
disagree.
but like if you're gonna go to the South, I don't know, etouffee and all that good stuff in the South. That's the South. That's their.
Did
food
you say
identity. These
Santa?
guys are a little bit more Mexican.
Did you say Santa Fe?
No, etouffee.
Oh, I thought you said Santa Fe.
Etouffee.
That's a knob slobber convention of America over there. So no. The best food is in the South. Mexican food, Tex-Mex,
I don't know.
great food. Italian food, Italians are from the south of Europe. That's the same as being from the south of the United States. Same thing. Great food in the south.
You're insane. I tell you what, though, we were talking about marketing. Mexicans have done a wonderful job of marketing their food because all they do is slightly differentiate the way that they manipulate the tortilla, and it's a totally different food that they can charge $2 more for. We fold the tortilla, it's a taco. Same meat. We roll the tortilla, it's a burrito. We fry it, we got quesadillas. It's like
enchilada.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
It's amazing.
Roll it, put some meat, put some sauce over it, you got an enchilada. That is marketing.
And then you dip the wet taco, where it's like if they do like the crispy cheese. Those are banging. I like those.
See, Mexican food is great, but you go up north.
It is, but it's not like the best food in the world.
No, fuck no.
What is the best?
Like if you look at it like objectively, and you think like, okay, Mexican food. I'm going for Mexican style. Like, all right, a couple of cold beers, nachos and chips, quesadillas, tacos. Like, it's all great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying, like, is it the best food in the world?
Not sure.
What is the best food? It ain't French food to me.
I'd say French is up there for me. I'd say Italian, good Italian food is up there for me. Like true Southern food, like where like you get into that like history roots to like North African and that all that, like that is probably, I would say, one of the best food. Like you get into like really good like jambalayas, gumbo, things where you're like really building those flavors. But then at the same point, like, I don't know, I have a lobster roll on my menu and I think like that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I do like a lobster roll. I love a lobster roll.
I love that. I think everything has its place in food. I think there are countries that completely shit the bed. Costa Rica is one of them.
It was awful.
It was I love Costa Rica. My wife and I are like looking at potentially buying a house in Costa Rica. I have a buddy who's got a couple down there, and I just was like, yeah, like the food shit though. Best pineapple I've ever had. When you said like the best fruit, head, hammer, nail.
Yeah.
The beer was okay. The food was terrible.
Awful.
I will put Puerto Rico up as a place with shitty food.
It was similar, but Costa Rica is still like a notch below Puerto Rico.
That's sad. Y'all had to be some hungry fuckers when you come home then.
Even that you're hungry, it's just like you're uninspired. Like it doesn't matter. Like you can literally say, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna grab a cup of coffee, maybe a smoothie or something, and I'm good. Like I don't need to eat anymore. We landed in I don't know where did you land? San Jose, or did you land up north in Liberia?
We landed in Liberia the first time, and then we flew out of San Jose because we did like this little tour of the country. So we were up north, and then we went down south for a while.
All right, so we started in the south, and then we went north.
Mm-hmm.
And the first day we land, and it's like kind of dark, overcast. And the guy who's driving us to our first hotel, I was like, I'm starving. Like, can you take us for lunch somewhere? Like, I'll buy you lunch. Just like take us somewhere where like Costa Rican people eat. And he's like, yeah, no problem.
Mm.
So we like pull off the highway, like, drive for a couple minutes. And then it kind of gets a little bit more rural, and there's this like open air thing, and you can see the kitchen, like it's just all like wood fire. I'm like, this is gonna be amazing. My wife and I sit down, we're so excited. I'm like, what would you order? So we order a bunch of stuff, and it all kind of like comes, and you're just like, womp womp womp.
Yeah.
Like, really, bro? I think I saw McDonald's. Maybe next time we're gonna just stop. Like, I get it, like beans and rice, but like nothing to it. Like just. We grilled some meat.
Yeah.
Here you go. It's like, all right, yeah, cool.
Black beans and white rice. I'm not a big rice fan, even here in Texas with the Mexican food and stuff. So it's like, I get my fill of rice here, but like there, it was just like it came out and it was just like sticky white rice and black beans and then whatever protein you ordered, and that was your meal. Another thing I was tired of in Costa Rica was fucking not being able to flush my toilet paper. Everywhere you go, there's signs. Do not flush your toilet paper. Even in the condo that we had, do not flush.
Just burn it.
Do not flush your toilet paper. So listen, I got an American-sized shit. Like I've got that diet, so like I'm needing to flush some stuff.
So did you?
Also,
I didn't always abide by
so
that.
I needed. You did not want me to. You did not want me to save that.
You don't want this in your trash can. But yeah, I hadn't. That was one thing that I do miss is I had an espresso after every meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Every time.
Absolutely.
Did you
You got to get a little espresso maker.
I do need what's funny is when we got back home I started looking at them. But I'm the kind of guy that I can't go cheap. So like I've got like
25.
$2,500.
Not like you don't need the unit. You don't need the unit.
Well, that's what I'm looking at.
Hang on. I'm gonna grab one and show it to you.
That's what I'm looking at now,
You're
Jeff.
so bougie.
I want a good espresso. What do you want from me?
I have one of those downstairs too, and I'll tell you, like, you just need one of these guys.
Is it too big of a pain in the ass to deal with every day?
No, it's amazing. You can pack it the night before.
No, I mean the big one.
Oh yeah, I mean you gotta clean them and shit. This is all you need.
That's it.
Yeah, it's called a Bialetti.
How do you spell that?
Stovetop espresso maker. You put the water in the bottom. That's it. That's all you need. You put the water in the bottom. There's a filter screen, and then there's a thing that goes in it. You pack your espresso in it, and you don't need to like pack it. It doesn't really matter that much. Put it on the stove. When it boils through and it stops boiling, comes out there. Your espresso comes out. No grounds. It's filtered. Perfect. See, you can make like a long coffee with it.
But then I'm not going to get like these cool TikTok videos of it like oozing out of the bottom.
So are you in it for the coffee? Are you in it for this shit, or what are you in it for?
Hey, you know what? I can't help you. I don't have TikTok. I thought I was too old for TikTok. You and I are the same age. I thought we were too old for TikTok, but
it's a great.
You're world famous, pal. It's not my.
You're the only fucker in Knox City going to have an espresso machine at his house too, probably.
It's a great TikTok is a great marketing thing because you get a lot of organic reach. But yeah, what is it? Breville? That's the one I got.
Which one? This one?
No, the one.
Oh yeah. The Breville.
Breville, yeah. And then my guy Brad Pitt, he's got like DeLonghi or something like that. So I started looking at those.
He makes a little bit more money than you.
Oh yeah, my old man just bought one of those. They're pretty good. Yeah, he likes it. I like it too. They're nice.
I go to a tea place in Abilene. I get tea, and I watched.
What's it called?
What's it called? Tea to go.
That's not the one I was told me about the other day.
HTO.
Yes.
H2O.
H2O is one, and then Tea to go. I go Tea to go. In Wichita Falls, I have H2O. But anyways, on the Tea to go, they make a Madagascar coconut tea that I really like. But it's funny. I watched them make it the other day in there, and they make it, and it goes. They've got like a pot that they set in, and it sets on top of a deal, and it filters through the bottom of it. And they push a button, and all the tea comes to the bottom, and that's how they make the cup of tea. It was really weird. I actually went in the other day because the outside line was long, and you can't order till you get to the window. So I thought, fuck that, I'm gonna bypass that shit. There was nobody inside, so I asked her if she could. I told her what I wanted. I order 2 gallons of it at a time, so I go in there and they have it made for me. Well, this time when they were making it for me, I wanted one also because me and Michelle were going to be there for a while. So I got me just a cup, 16-ounce one. But I watched them make it. But however they made it, they filter it. And then when they push a button and it goes through the bottom of the cup into another cup, it hooks up to it. It's pretty interesting. I've never seen nothing like that before. It was good.
That's super cool.
Hey, I'm going to tell you about what I ordered while we're bitching about Jeff and his eating. I ordered fettuccine pescatore. Now, how fucking hard is that? That is a normal menu item for it. Basically, it's
pescatore. Yeah,
it's basically it's San Francisco Coupon. Is that how they say it? Basically, what it is, it's a seafood broth with like a tomato-based broth with noodles on it, and it had scallops, shrimp, and mussels.
I'm pretty sure you're.
I mean, you're in a tourist place, really, really, really far away from the ocean.
It wasn't a bad meal. It was not a bad meal. It just was nothing really good. The last time I had that deal, we were in Las Vegas, and it was a really upscale seafood restaurant that they get fresh every day, and it was out of this world. Yeah. Cousin Vinny's did not do that for me. It was not that good.
Cousin Vinny's does not bring it in fresh every day.
It was not very.
I don't know, Cousin Vinny's. Maybe Cousin Vinny's does bring it in fresh every day. Maybe they have a guy on the ocean with a boat. I don't know. I cannot speak to Cousin Vinny's practices.
But
Vinny's going to show you break your kneecaps.
The last time I was down here, I got somebody sent me a really nasty message afterwards.
Oh no, really?
When you was on our podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, I get one every day. So join the crowd.
Oh man. I'll tell you.
We were talking about this just yesterday. Where can you get veal at? Like, do you have to go to like a meat market? Because we were talking about doing. What were we doing? Were we going to do veal parm?
Yeah, I love veal. I love veal parm. I love veal parm. It's my favorite meal, and I didn't want to take a chance on that at Cousin Vinny's because that's an upscaled meat dish. So I went with the pescatore.
But where can you get it at? Do you have to go to a special meat market, or do most?
I have no idea in Texas. Like, I can go to my local grocery store and get a little bit of veal, but like mostly it's a butcher shop. We have it on the menu at the restaurant. We do a 18-ounce veal chop, and then we pound it out, make a veal parm out of it, serve it with the bone. Good.
Now that's
18 ounce.
Yeah,
that's a big ass hunk of meat, and then you do veal parm with that.
Yeah. We do veal parms with that.
That's a baby cow, right?
It's a cow that hadn't been born. True veal. True veal. True veal. They kill the mom while she's pregnant, and they pull the baby out, and they butcher both of them.
Oh, that's kind of sad. I'd always heard like they just kept it tucked in a corner in like a dark room.
Yeah, I think they try to prevent muscle growth.
Right. That's what makes it so tender.
And then it's and then I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true or not. I just think like in order for it to be like so like Pravimi veal is a diet and proteins, minerals, vitamins, and shit that they feed it, and it gives you like this really like white milky color of meat. I've never heard of true veal being. Because I mean, like if you looked at a cow that was essentially stillborn, I don't know if there'd be a yield on that. Like, what would the yield like? How much does a cow weigh when it's born? You got more ranchers than I am.
They're pretty big. I'm looking it up. It says the dark history of veal.
Bob veal is calves slaughtered as early as 2 hours or 2 to 3 days. Milk fed.
That's rough.
Milk fed veal is. In Canada, calves instead of for the milk-fed veal system are usually slaughtered when they reach 20 to 24 weeks or age 200 pounds. So they can be bigger and be considered veal.
Slink veal, it says it. Did you talk about slink veal?
No.
Slink veal is so young that it can actually come from harvesting unborn calves or stillborn fetuses.
That's what I'd always heard was real veal.
The industry gathers this veal from pregnant cows that have been slaughtered. The word brutal comes to mind, so... this is worldanimalfoundation.org, so I might be getting a slant.
Check
but
why
are you putting your nose up at this, Rory? It's veal. It's a baby calf. What's the difference if it's 2 hours or in the
like?
It's a cow. It's got a face.
Yeah, I'm not I don't know. I think in being human, you have to live in the duality of both. It just seems a little bit fucked up.
You know what they use? Which breed they use the most? They used Holstein cows, and what they do is they slaughter the male ones that aren't going to be giving milk, and that makes a lot of sense because there's not much of a market for them.
No, I know that's why veal sort of was created, right? Like farmers who basically didn't need bulls before they reach maturity, you kill them and you eat them. I understand that. I just don't understand somebody smarter than me would probably understand why you would kill something in utero to eat it because to me, and this is just how my brain works, your yield is going to be so low on that product. And then also like, what's the marketable story for that?
Right.
Like what's the marketable improvement? So are you saying that cow's feet never touched the floor, so it never developed muscle structure, so it's the most tender? Okay, I buy that.
Right.
Yeah, I believe you. But like, does it make a difference?
One of the stories the first time I had it, Jeff was like, yeah, they get this young calf and they hobble its legs and they keep it in a dark room and then they
I never told you that
fucking
shit.
Told me that and I felt terrible eating it. You're like, they hobble its legs, they tie it into a corner so it doesn't walk.
Like, put them in the little thing and they keep their feet out so their feet they don't walk and develop the muscle and they just kind of feed them. Yeah, I've heard those ones too. I don't know. Veal's one of those things where like the veal I buy is big enough that like its feet have touched the floor.
Yeah.
But they sell it at HEB where Andy shops at.
Do they really?
Yes.
I've never seen it.
Veal cutlets are right now $11.64. $15 a pound is what they're going for right now. Fuck, that's cheap as a damn steak.
Right.
What do you steak? What's the steak running for y'all up there?
You know what? I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have no idea. I don't buy steak at the grocery store. Realistically, like I buy all my stuff from the restaurant if I buy anything. My buddy and I I bought a bone saw. So I have like a full-size bone saw. So we built a dry-aging room in his garage. And I just buy everything from the restaurant. So for like USDA prime ribeyes right now, I'm paying bone in. I think I'm 19 to 20, 21.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Kind of where the market is right now.
And veal's cheaper than that. That surprised me. Now, hold on. Did you say in Canada you're buying USDA prime? You don't have a Canada. You don't have a US Canada.
We have Canadian prime.
Okay.
Yeah, we have Canadian prime. we buy a lot of different beef at the restaurant. Like right now I have it's called Australian Pinnacle Gold. It's ribeyes. It's grass fed ribeyes, but they're marbled like a prime steak, and they're smaller eye because the cow that they come off is that like hybrid between the Dexter and something else. So it's a smaller eye, smaller loin. So where I traditionally, you can't really cut a ribeye I don't think less than 16 to 18 ounces, because a thin ribeye is shit. Like it's not good. So we cut them a bit. We can cut them at 12 to 14 because, you can still get that 1.5 inch thick ribeye.
I like an inch is about like I like.
That's what we cut out here.
Right. You start getting thicker than that. And like we also do everything like over an open flame. So like there's hot spots on the grill.
Yeah, that's just wicked.
So about an inch, because you get anything bigger, thicker than that, and like you might pull one off that's medium rare, and then the other one's like fucking raw. So we try to do an inch just so that it's a lot easier to like get the outside seared for just a second, and then consistency wise, an inch is pretty easy to deal with over the open flame, just because.
And when you're feeding 40, 50 people at the exact same time, like that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Right?
I bought some Wagyu the other day in Dallas. Me and Michelle there, and I bought some Wagyu ribeyes, and they were really good. And I cooked them on my Blackstone.
Yeah, I love those things.
I cook them with butter, garlic butter, and I cook them in garlic butter. I love it. That's my favorite thing. That, asparagus, and now I do okra on the grill. Just full okra.
Delicious.
Oh, they're very good.
Mm-hmm. I love okra. I love okra. Yeah, that sounds better. I mean, the Wagyu is too rich for me. Like, we have the 5A on the menu every now and then, and I have a sushi team, so they use the 5A for like nigiri or stuff like that. But to eat it as a steak, like I can eat one slice. Otherwise, like it gives me the run.
I don't know that I've ever had true Wagyu anywhere. Like you see those videos.
The 5A Kobe.
Yeah.
The 5A Kobe is what you want to look for. It's like I'll send you a photo.
You had Wagyu at my house.
When?
About the day.
Wagyu and Kobe are different.
When
Wagyu and Kobe are different.
The day that Ollie got the asparagus
to be from Kobe.
Oh.
Yeah. Those were Wagyu ribeyes.
Oh, but you're saying that they're too rich just because of how much marbling's in them?
Yeah, for me, it's like, so the Kobe, like, so there's different grades of everything, right? So there's a company, I don't know where there's some in the U.S., maybe California, Snake River Farm.
Yes.
Their Wagyu is incredible. It's really good. Like I found that as a really good hybrid, sort of between an Angus and a Kobe. The Kobe to me it's too marbled, it's too fatty. So when you eat it, it's just like eating a stick of butter. And it just runs right through me.
I see. Yeah, I do remember that, Jeff, because Zach was there.
Yes, Payne was here.
Yeah, Zach and Payne were both
We
there.
stopped at Central Market and I bought them.
Okay, I do remember it. So
it's good. I mean, the Snake River stuff, if you ever get it, is really, really. The Snake River strip loins are really, really good. I think they're kind of lost in the tenderloin. Like, why? I don't know. I don't really like tenderloin anyway, but no, definitely.
They made these cows, didn't they? Like through selective breeding. Isn't that how they came up with this?
And they give them. They get a bottle of beer every day.
It's a hybrid of a bunch of cows. Yeah, there's a beer.
Massaging them.
Yeah. I've got a buddy of mine he's my sales rep at the guy I buy my meat from. I'll send you a photo. He's in the shop right now, and they have he's got the Wagyu stuff, and it's incredible. His stuff is like 5A from Japan. They're cutting them today. What's the best way to send this to you? Just over Instagram?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. And like you can see, shit, I thought you were right there. You can just see how marbled it is.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like the true, there you go. I just sent it to you. You can see like, this is the true 5A from Japan. This is the rib section. And then it's a ribeye, but it's like, to me, it's too much.
It's almost all white, isn't it?
It's pretty wide.
Oh yeah, that is, isn't it?
I'm gonna change it up real quick from steaks. How far are you from? Yeah, that's what I've seen them. I saw those. They also have those in Central Market. Hey, how far are you from Ottawa?
Not far. Probably about 4.5 hours.
That's a long ass way.
My brother lives in Ottawa.
How far?
No, it's like 4 hours.
I thought you were outside of Toronto.
I am.
How far is Toronto and Ottawa?
4.5 hours.
Goddamn, what's y'all's speed limit up there? 30 miles an hour?
55.
So 65.
100 kilometers.
100 kilometers an hour. Then you can usually push it on the 401 to 120. They'll give you 120, 125. Any more than that, they'll get.
It didn't seem like it's that far because we stayed in Sodas Point and we drove to Buffalo, which is 2 hours away. But Sodas Point is almost across from Toronto, and we went to the Thousand Islands. And the Thousand Islands is just 40 minutes from Ottawa.
Yeah, but you're around the lake. That's the difference, right? So as the crow flies, it's different. But like you go around the lake. And also, I think you guys are a little bit different than we are. Like,
we drive
everywhere. Well, yeah. But you drive everywhere. Like when you guys say, "Oh, it's 2 hours or an hour to go to Walmart and back," like, you're out there.
Yeah, you got to do it. It's
not as big of a deal.
Practice doing business.
Well, but you got to. If you get in a car and you drive, do you not want to push the fucking gas pedal?
I do. Yeah, absolutely. 4 hours and 22 minutes. It's 403. 400. Shit, what is this thing? 450 kilometers.
I don't know how far a kilometer is. How far? What's that in miles?
2.2 kilometers is a mile.
So it's 220 miles away.
Yeah. So 450 divided by 2.2. It's like 204 miles away. Yeah.
200 miles, and that's taking you fuckers 4.5 hours to drive.
4 hours.
Y'all need to get y'all some gas pedals in y'all's cars and give up that EV bullshit.
Hold on. There's curves everywhere. There's trees. I can get going 60 miles or 100 kilometers an hour.
70 miles an hour, 200 miles is less than 3 hours.
They're not going 70 miles an hour.
That's what I fucking said.
They're going 100 kilometers an hour.
He said they could go 120.
That's if they push it and get on a straightaway.
That's 60 miles an hour. Don't y'all have regular highways up there, like 4-lane highways?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I never saw them in New York.
Yeah,
New York and Buffalo is weird. It's like really congested and like those interstates. It's like 2 lanes.
Yeah.
How many lanes?
For you guys going to
how many lanes do you fucking need to go to Ottawa? And it takes you 4.5 hours. Y'all going by snowmobile or dog sleds?
At one point there's like 8 lanes.
Oh.
One point there's like 8 lanes, and then it goes down to like 6, and then it goes down to 3, and then it's 2, and then.
Have you been to the Thousand Islands region of Canada across the bridge right there? That's a beautiful place.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's
one of the prettiest places I've been to ever in my lifetime. I fell in love with that place. If I had a lot of money, I'd own me a house up there in one of them teak boats. And
you got to come up to Muskoka. There's like 3 big lakes in it's like probably 2.5 hours north. 45 minutes the way Jeff drives. North of the city, 3 hours north of the city, and it's a lot of little lakes, but there's 3 really big lakes that are connected, and it's sort of where like really affluent people have their cottages, and there's a collection of just people who just have these like beautiful boats. Muskoka wood boats. They're gorgeous. I used to work up there. I worked for a guy who had like an amazing, like I think he had 2 or 3 of them.
That's cool. A beautiful. I would love to do that. My dream now is to get enough money that I can buy me a house in the Thousand Islands, and I'm gonna get me a boat, and on one side of my flag, I'm gonna say "fuck Trudeau" and drive to it, and on the other side, it's gonna say "fuck Biden," and I'm gonna drive up and down all day long and watch everybody cheer for me.
Jeff, you're like fucking. You're a couple years away from that plan happening. Like unless you plan on doing it tomorrow. So
there's a lot of those $700 million lottery.
A lot of those flags are going to be irrelevant by the time you save up enough money to have a house in the Thousand Islands.
That probably won't ever happen. But I'll still say fuck Trudeau and Biden. Trudeau's going to be president of whatever the fuck y'all call him up there in the land of
Prime
maple.
Minister.
So he's going to be the leader of Canada until he's 110 years old. It's going to be. Y'all got too many fucked up liberals in y'all's country, just like we do.
Well, no, they're just.
Well, I don't know if we have too many fucked up liberals. I think we just have a very like uneducated. We have the same kind of problem.
Yeah, too many young dumbasses.
We have an uneducated population that just historically votes one way, and if you ask them why, they don't really know. And then we also have it feels like we have like the multiple party systems, but you're always picking like the best of the worst. Like there's no great first candidate. Like, there's no one person who's just like, this is the person I can get behind. They always find a way to say a couple really stupid things, and you're like, well, I guess I'm voting for the party who's the smallest, least chance because I agree most with them, but my vote doesn't mean anything because I'm, like you have a Labor Party that wants to run the country, like that doesn't work. We're still
there's not a bigger joke in politics in the world than the United States right now. Joe Biden and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have got to be the two most inept leaders ever. This kind of, I mean, completely. How the fuck she must be able to give the best blowjobs in the world. There's no way in hell that woman got fucking elected for anything. She's terrible.
Listen, I think the two-party system is the real enemy of America.
We would all agree with you.
Just,
but the
problem
two
is,
parties,
I think most of the world can agree on, 90%. Like both parties, like everybody wants the same thing, right? Like you want to run a balanced budget, pay less taxes, financial have people be accountable for the things that they do in politics, eliminate the backdoor deals. But like you got to do a means test in and out of politics. Like there's a charge that you can be hit with a drug dealer. It's called living off the proceeds of crime. How do politicians get away without doing it well as well?
But the problem is the two parties won't allow a third or fourth party to flourish because they know that it would cut into their pie. So any time that there's any talks of a third party, like they do everything they can to destroy that.
That's because they're all working for the same one party. They pretend like they don't, but they all do.
Well, and and then like until we get term limits on our congressmen, like it's going to continue because they're the ones that are making all these just dumb rules.
I'll give you an example of how dumb America is. And I bought into this yesterday. You probably don't realize this, but I like fucking with people a lot. And if doing it on the internet,
never.
And if doing it on the internet just gives me some more fun during the middle of a boring day, I do it. So I'm on a page on Instagram and it shows a mayor in Fulton, Georgia. A black man got arrested, the mayor did, for trespassing at these people's house. Well, he comes out and he says, I apologize. I thought that was an abandoned house. He was up to no fucking goods while they arrested him. Well, this black lady got on there and she starts talking about they only arrested him because he was black and you don't see white mayors getting arrested and blah, 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 blah. And I could not help it. So I wrote on there, I said, ma'am, quit making excuses for people based on skin color. Guilty is guilty. I said, if that was a white mayor, you wouldn't say a word. And I said, but as a white man, I'm telling you, the guy's guilty. He said he was guilty of it. Make him serve his time. That's what he did. It's wrong. Quit making skin color a reason to take up for someone to find him innocent or guilty. Skin color doesn't make you innocent or guilty. I got bashed by all these black people about this deal. You're a racist, blah, blah. I'm not racist. It's true. Why do you choose someone's side based just on their skin color? The guy come out and said he did it. And that just wears me the fuck out. But that's where we are as a country, and it's the same with Republicans and Democrats. The Democrats vote one way because it's a Democrat, and the Republicans do. They can't ever see in between it. These people were upset because this guy got arrested because he was black, not because of what the crime he did. The same people the day before were bitching because in New Orleans, there's been a lot of black ladies have been murdered lately, like they're getting targeted. And they're these same people, the same people making comments to me because I jack with these people all the time. I like to get them fired up. Said the problem is these poor black ladies are being attacked and violent crime. Yeah, and guess who's doing it? Black men are doing it. Boy, they got mad about that, but it's true. 100% of the people killed were killed by a black guy. Quit. The same people want this guy to be innocent because he's black, but these black guys are killing these women, but they don't ever say what it is. And that wears me out. We're at a place in our country, you just can't speak the truth without people getting upset. Chicago had the first murder committed by a white man this year. It is July. They've had 380 murders in Chicago this year. A white man killed somebody this week. First white man of all. Out of 380 murders, one white guy did it, They ought to fucking fry his ass. I don't give a shit what color he is. Murder's murder.
Yeah. I don't know. There seems to be a lot of just just crazy shit in the world.
But you can't speak the truth about anything. I mean, the Epstein books. I mean, does nobody in Washington, D.C. think maybe
that's wild?
Yeah,
like, that
maybe somebody should be arrested for this? I mean, you arrested the lady for so bad. One guy committed suicide when the cameras were turned off. If he really did, I think he's somewhere in an island. But then we've got the lady that's serving 20 years on all these people, but not one fucking person was arrested for it. You show me anywhere in the United States where a prostitute gets caught with Johns or books and they don't arrest any Johns anywhere, just a prostitute.
What wasn't there a pilot that got arrested? I don't know. There's a certain level of ignorance that I like to.
Yeah, it's called the American citizen.
Well, I mean, especially on things like the Epstein thing or like the Johnny Depp versus whatever the hell her name was. Like, there's so many other things that these are just smoke screens. Right. Like, and as a population, like, we're stupid enough to just like look into them.
How about Joe Biden's pushing gun control, but his son gets off on gun control? He had a gun, didn't register, he did everything against the law, but we're just going to let him go. But then you want to get up and preach about gun control. Do you really think that crackhead needs a fucking gun?
Is that video real? I saw a video of him like in a Porsche smoking.
Yeah, going 120.
Like, can't be real.
No, it's real shit.
But is that real? Like, is that actually real? Like, did come out somebody come out and say, yeah.
You know the poster child of that rich kid that gets by with everything because his daddy's got money. If Joe Biden dies today of a heart attack, a stroke, or shits in his pants too much and gets sepsis, whatever fucking happens, and he passed away, Hunter Biden will be locked up within 7 days. The only reason they don't let him go now is because he's got too much shit on his dad.
Well, yeah, I mean, it would also be extremely embarrassing to have a sitting president's son serving prison time.
Oh, we're already embarrassed.
Not that I'm against it.
No, we're not either, and we're already embarrassed he's our sitting president. But how many people go around? Yeah. I don't hang out with the crowd that sniffs cocaine off chicks' assholes, but for some reason, Hunter thought that would be a good idea. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to snort some blow off this chick's butthole, and I want somebody to film it for me.
He was watching. He had to have watched The Wolf of Wall Street.
Is that what he does on there?
I'm assuming. Yeah. The opening scene, he's taking blow out of a chick's ass.
all just live in different worlds, I think. That's just not my reality. I don't think that's never been my reality, Yeah.
I can't imagine being it's been a long time since I've been single going to a bar. Ooh, boy, I'd like to snort some blow off her butthole.
Can you imagine? Like,
no.
Just like, what? How do you organic? How does that come up? Like, how do you say this is like the path I'm going down tonight?
This is what I'm into. This is what I'm into. I need you to put your ass in the air. I'm going to put this in your crack, and I'm going to go to snorting. Especially
today's asses, because guys' asses have grown that they're attracted to compared to what it used to be like.
Too many crevices to clean now.
Oh, these asses now it suffocates some poor bastards that these guys like.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even still, it doesn't really matter. Like, I don't know. Like, you're really trusting somebody. Like,
yeah, no shit.
Like,
somebody you just met.
Yeah.
Somebody you just met. I mean, just snort like a line of cocaine from your ass. You're ending up with pink eye. That's like the best case scenario. You know what I mean? Like,
you gotta stop.
Not to mention, like, then you're ingesting something. There's no like filtering. It's right into your blood. Like, you die with like feces in your blood and pink eye. Like, you're making it up.
When I was a kid, you always heard you get a sty from pissing in the wind. Mm-hmm. He's got pink eye, but he's been blowing blow off some chick's ass again.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Big Honker Podcast.
Welcome to it.
We used to have the Cleveland Steamers, and now we've got this.
Yeah, the Biden butt race.
Yeah,
and then there's that video of Hunter coming out on the 4th of July where he's like fucking cleaning his nose and like fixing his hair and
looks like crackhead.
And then his mom, like if you look at his mom, like she's just like,
that's not his mom.
He did it again.
That's his babysitter.
Well, whoever, but she is like, he comes out on the balcony and he's like fixing his nose, fixing his hair. And then you just see Jill and she's like got her jaw clenched and she's like, fucking Hunter.
How many
can see it?
How many people do you honestly know in your lifetime? You've been in the restaurant business, so you've been around some shady people. That's fair to say, right?
You know what? Not really. I've never worked, like, I've heard stories of restaurants that operate and heavily intoxicated and drug-ridden and fucked up, and, like, I've never worked in one of those places.
Okay, I'm just going off for what Anthony Bourdain
You've never had
says.
the Anthony Bourdain experience?
No, I have not. I've heard of, there's been definitely been places where, like, you know, it's free and easy and open cocaine use, but that's not sustainable. You know,
no,
you can't.
Okay, and that's cocaine use. We've got the president. We got the president's son, the first asshole, we'll call him, is smoking crack. Now, the only people I know that's been around that smoke crack, I have never known any of them that really are very constructive in the world. Mm-hmm. Do you?
I've never been around crackheads. So.
No. Oh, you have been around them. They're the people you see riding a Huffy bike in Knox City. Oh. If you in West Texas, if you see a grown ass man riding a fucking BMX bike, he's on fucking dope. Oh, it ain't for exercise.
No. My sister used to live in North Carolina, in rural North Carolina. You go down there and you see, what did they call them? Liquor sickles.
Liquor sickles. Like those they go to liquor mart.
And it's like people who had too many DUIs to keep drunk.
Well, these here are crackheads that that's their. Oh yeah. But if you see one, I saw one in Wichita yesterday. I had to go pick my mom up, and I saw one in Wichita yesterday. I told my mom, I go, "Oh, there's a dope head." Jeff, how do you know that? Well, he's 45 years old and he's riding a fucking Huffy, Mom. That's pretty good, you know. That's the way you tell these days.
What are the DWI laws up there? Because there's a certain thing down here where if you get one, like they'll give you like a blow and go. So like you'll have something connected to your ignition and you'll blow into it before you start it.
I think you have to have at least 2 or 1 felony DWI.
And as long as it's got to register all zeros or your car won't start. Yeah. Do they have that in Canada?
Yeah. You know what? I would like to tell you the truth, but I have absolutely no. I know I've seen one. I knew of a guy who had one of those at one point. I think maybe he'd had 1 or 2. I don't know. We have the same DWI laws.
You do?
At 0.5, they can pull you over off the road. And then 0.8, like I think that at 0.5 they can give you a 3-day suspension, and I think at 0.8 it's a full DUI. I don't know.
That's what America is. Or
is
Texas,
0.08 or 0.07?
Texas is 0.08 is a DWI. It used to be 0.10, and I think they went to 0.1.
0.10?
10%. Right. It's 8% now. But I can't imagine 0.5. That'd be just one drink for some people, wouldn't it?
I don't know. There's a whole like metrics to calculate it, like BMI, and then you can put in like the standardized. I just went through this. I had to get a smart serve, which is like a serving alcohol
license.
So a big fat fucker can have a couple more beers if he wants than the average person.
Yeah, because fat dilutes alcohol, and it's all about your body mass index and your size, and like I don't know. There's a whole calculation. It's one of those things where like we've all been drinking for a little while. Like, you know, when you shouldn't drink. You have 1 or 2.
I saw a lady in Dallas. Me and Michelle were shopping somewhere. She got in her car and she had to blow on her little gadget to get it started.
The blow and go?
Yeah, and I started laughing. I thought, babe, you don't know when to stop, do you?
Now, correct me if
Would you like me to blow in that for you so you could drive?
Like, you have made poor life choices.
Yeah. fuck the DD. I need a designated blower that'll just follow me around and not drink.
A friend of mine had one. One of our good friends, used to have one all the time. And he said, I dated a girl and I really didn't like her that much. He said, she's decent looking, but he said, she had no tits. He said that was real important to me, but he said she didn't drink, so we could go out drinking every night, and she could blow in my car so I could start it.
Why not just have her drive? Right? Like why?
Yeah,
just have her. Like why? Yeah, why put yourself at risk?
He enjoyed driving drunk.
God.
The number in my phone, like I can call a number and I can be anywhere within like I don't know, like probably 40 miles of my house. Mm-hmm. And like they'll come pick me up, pick my car up, drive me home in my own car.
Those they used to not have those though. In all fairness to him, that was before Uber and stuff. That was before cell phones.
Sure, but then like drinking in your garage.
Yeah.
Like,
No. I'm not making an excuse for drinking and driving. I'm 100% with you. I can't. It's stupid. If you get a DWI, you're a fucking idiot. I don't give a shit who you are, what the situation is. Especially today, it's too easy to call someone to help.
Especially when you've got the girl next to you, like, hey, blow into this thing so we can start our car, but I'm driving, okay? Yeah. Like, I'm driving my pickup truck. Yeah.
Is that a blow and go, sir?
Yeah, officer, it is. And she blew in it, and I drove.
You could have easily just swapped seats.
When we get done, I'll tell you who it is, and you'll laugh.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
God.
He's a very good friend of ours. He's very crude.
Oh. We were talking about tea earlier, and I saw a video with it because Dirk from Boss is over in Japan right now, and I don't know how somehow Japan videos got into my Instagram feed, but the Japanese are by far healthier than us. They live longer than us, and they think that it is because of the amount of tea that they drink over there. They don't have the coffee culture that we do.
Do they drink sweet tea like we do, though?
No,
or do they
it's
just
like
drink
green tea.
Just
herbal
it's
tea.
It's like green tea or black tea. It's delicious. It's just not sweet.
Right, and they said like the antioxidants that are in it, and they said that their diet consisting more of fish is probably they said it's nothing for they were going over how many people in Japan are over 90 right now and how many of them are over 100, and the number is astronomical.
And it's because they eat healthy?
Yeah, big time.
It's their diet, and they think the tea. They didn't get the coffee culture.
What about getting their feet done, the massage parlors, and the geisha girls? That doesn't help to their culture too?
It might.
Well, there's other things like they're also their food culture is very different than ours. You know, in North America, we're very fat centric in food, right? Like you have a lot of those fried, deep fried, fast food is way better in Japan. Like you can go to a vending machine and get sushi or get something like that. Like here,
well, I ain't doing that
we all
shit.
have the same town. Well, we all have the same thing. It's like past 9:30. Like what are you really gonna go get?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Like if you're hungry at 10 o'clock, what's open? McDonald's,
right?
Burger King, Wendy's. KFC.
Boy, fucking Northerners listen to that shit. Burger King.
He said McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's.
Whataburger.
Well, like Jack in the Box. What's the other one down there?
White Castle.
No, White Castle's pretty good. I like White Castle. No.
White
Chicken
Castle.
place everybody loves.
White Castle is a drunk person place. I've only had them one time, and it was late at night. And those little sliders are very good. I will give you that.
We have
onions.
Whataburger down here.
Way too many onions, but we have Whataburgers our late night.
You're not missing.
Yeah, I've never had Whataburger.
It used to be really good, and some Yankees bought it, and it's not as good a place anymore as it used to be.
I prefer In-N-Out to Whataburger now.
It's better than In-N-Out, though.
It's really good. I honestly, on the East Coast, I like Shake Shack. Like, I love Shake Shack.
I don't think
we don't have those.
No, I think the farthest they've gone is Vegas. That's the only place they are.
Have you had Culver's?
Culver's.
Yeah. They have a butter burger.
It's a Midwest.
Okay. They're good. So
okay.
Anyways, you're right, though. I never thought
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Fuck Chick-fil-A is shit.
What?
I don't give a shit. Chick-fil-A is gross. We got one, and
You've lost your fucking mind.
My sister and I do this all the time. She lives in Pennsylvania. She's lived in Kentucky. Like, Chick-fil-A is garbage. If you like Chick-fil-A, like, find somewhere else to eat a waffle cut French fry.
Yeah, we're going to talk to someone from Canada about fried chicken. You got to be kidding me. Chick-fil-A is the best. If Chick-fil-A ran your country and my country, we'd be better off. They have the most organized system. They have great food, and their employees.
They're very good at what they do. It doesn't mean they have good food.
It is really good food, and their chicken noodle soup is amazing, and their employees are all polite. They all have all their fucking teeth. For some reason,
so Microsoft is an amazingly profitable company. Do you think they should run the world?
Fuck Bill Gates.
Well, then
there you go.
But I'm telling you, Chick-fil-A, when you go there, you can go to McDonald's and they can't find a fucking employee. Neither can any other place. But Chick-fil-A's got people outside standing around. They got so many people working there. Andy,
listen,
you like
I'm
Chick-fil-A?
not saying it's a badly run company. They've done an amazing job. I don't get the hype. Like it's not good.
It's not. Their fries are out of this world. You put up. What's a better fast food place than Chick-fil-A? Do not say Burger King.
What's up?
In-N-Out.
No.
In-N-Out.
Oh hell no.
100% In-N-Out. You can go like even what's the one that you guys have down there? Someone's gonna get fucking tell me I'm crazy.
Taco Bell.
No. It's another chicken place.
Oh, Raising Cane's.
Popeyes.
Cane's.
Yeah.
I'll take Cane's any day. Popeye's chicken sandwich was banging.
No.
I loved it.
No.
It was like when
Popeyes.
Popeyes and KFC did the chicken sandwich war. I'm like, yeah.
Oh,
Cane's is good. I don't care.
You want to get some
Dave.
What?
Dave's hot chicken. There's one.
If you want to get some attitude,
amazing.
You want some attitude, go to fucking Popeyes chicken anytime, or go to Long John Silver's.
I forgot about the chicken sandwich challenge. I forgot about that war.
It's over because Chick-fil-A won.
No, I like the.
It wasn't even in the war.
KFC
they
did
didn't
have.
need a war.
They weren't even there.
KFC did have, because I was in college at that time, and you could get like an affordable chicken sandwich that was really, really good. So that's what I ate a lot of in college.
Do what? Where?
Yes. KFC.
Oh, KFC's not bad.
Is it KFC? I think
KFC.
I think they called them like
fried chicken sandwiches.
zingers or something like. I can't remember what they called.
Yeah.
The original recipe
right.
chicken's good in a bucket. But
yeah, it was zinger sandwich.
So anyways,
KFC.
The Canadian is ripping on Chick-fil-A. That is so un-American.
Yeah, like Chick-fil-A. I don't know, like the milkshakes are good, but other than that, like, ugh.
There was another thing that I saw. A guy was talking about coming back from Europe and then coming to America, and he was just like, I feel so gross. And he was like, over there, I ate pasta all the time. I'd have dessert with everything. He's like, over there, he's like, I ate way more and I lost weight, and it was all super good. The food was delicious. He said, I come back here, I go on a diet, and he's like, I'm gaining weight. I feel gross. But he thinks that it might be the amount of pesticides and shit that's in all of our food and just the preservatives that just naturally comes in anything that we buy.
You don't think that they just have the same thing in Europe?
No, they don't.
No,
everything's organic.
They have totally different food laws. Totally different. There are Google the list. There's like list of things that are legal in the U.S. that are illegal in Europe, and it's shocking. Like I think like Miss Vicky's or not Miss, like one of those little cake things.
Little Debbie's?
I can't remember. I think Little Debbie's are on the list. There's a bunch of shit on that list that are just like not fit for consumption. Cheese Whiz.
Yeah.
Gross.
Cheese Whiz is not a big staple down here, but I did order a Philly cheesesteak the other day, and they didn't have any fucking cheese on it, which made it terrible. Yeah, but when you go to Philadelphia and you have a Philly cheesesteak, the Cheese Whiz is what makes it so damn good, I think.
Yeah. I love Philly. I love cheesesteak sandwiches. I don't know if I'm into the cheesesteak. Like I like it when they do it with like something like that's like a melty kind of really good cheese. I don't know.
We had a place. We had a place in Wichita Falls when I was growing up called Stanley's Barbecue, and they made a beanie burger. And listen to this: it was a hamburger patty, refried beans, Cheese Whiz, jalapenos, and Fritos on a hamburger and onions. And I'm telling you right now,
if you took the cheese whiz off, I'm there.
Oh no, the Cheese Whiz made it all clump into one freaking food group. But it was absolutely. But I also grew up at a time when a fucking hamburger you went to come in a wax paper. It had grease and stuff all on it, and the cheese and meat were all melted into one thing also, and it was good. But that beanie burger was freaking out of this world. But it had Fritos, jalapenos, Cheese Whiz with the hamburger meat and onions on it. It was good.
Oh, that sounds really, really good.
I'm looking at it.
Now I'm thinking, what am I going to go do for lunch?
You need to make you a beanie burger. If you make one, you'll love them. And I'll tell you something else we have down here that y'all don't have, because I've only seen it in one place, is we have dipped chicken, where they take fried chicken and they dip it in the jalapeno. Dip it in
hot sauce or pickle juice?
No, jalapeno juice. You take just a jar of jalapenos, put wax paper, put that jalapeno juice, that chicken in it, and shake it, and that skin just absorbs that frickin' after it's fried, not before, afterwards. Boy, it's excellent.
Oh no, after.
Oh, it's so good. When you go to Europe and have fish and chips, is it just that good?
In England, it's pretty good. I mean, a lot of it is just like the variety of the like beer, right? Like that's what you. When people make a beer batter, if you use like a light lager, it doesn't give you that like hardiness of it. You got to use something with a little bit more like flavor, like that does it. And then, fresh fish, and then just batter. Beer batter. I mean, you can have an amazing beer batter anywhere, I think. But I just think in Europe, especially in London, like they've got it down to a science. Like, so many people do it well that it's not like a guarded secret.
Right. I've ever went to an English restaurant. We ate at an Irish restaurant in Watertown, New York, and it was okay.
What did they feed you? Potatoes and depression?
Yes, basically. They had, what was it, nacho? No, it's poutine. They had poutine, but they fucking had sliced like scallop type potatoes instead of having freaking French fries. So that was not very good.
Potatoes and depression.
But they had, then they did.
I can say that because at some point we were stealing horses in Ireland, my family lineage. So.
Oh, really?
Irish food. Like there's certain things in the UK that I love food wise, and then other things were like you'll never see me make mushy peas or eat mushy peas.
That doesn't look good to me. The peas.
Mushy peas. It's like something you traditionally would serve like fish and chips and mushy peas, and French fries, and tarts like that.
I had shepherd's pie. It was okay. I make a better shepherd's pie, but I follow the Gordon Ramsay method, so it's like I got red wine and stuff in it, and I don't think I put peas in my shepherd's pie. There were peas in this, and I wouldn't.
They had
a total fan.
Their French onion soup was decent. Bennigan's. Do you remember Bennigan's? Did y'all used to have those up there?
I think that's a southern thing.
It's a chain. But anyways,
Bennigan's.
Bennigan's. It was an Irish. It was a pub.
No.
But anyways, they had really good bar food. They had Monte Cristos that were out of this world, but they had a French onion soup, and it was really, really good. And this French onion soup was okay, but it wasn't as good as Bennigan's.
I love French onion soup.
I
love it. In the winter, we have it I put it on the menu at the restaurant. We sell a pile of it.
The kids had something that was good. Oh, it was the night we went. It was prime rib, and they did a decent prime rib. So by that time of the trip, I was ready for like some red meat. So
yeah.
So back to Europe. I'm looking at Quaker oats or Quaker like oatmeal versus there. Like there's 20 things in ours, and over there it is oats, sugar, and freeze-dried fruit. That's it. Over here it is oats, sugar, creaming agent, which is maltodextrin, sunflower and palm oil, whey, sodium, something.
You're talking about just with the can of just regular Quaker
just like
oats?
just like a box of oatmeal. It's got the pouch of oatmeal.
Okay, I thought but you can buy just regular Quaker oats. Like I make homemade oatmeal, and I just use regular Quaker oats and some water.
But like I'm looking at
it every morning.
Here, it's like red 40, salt, gum.
You're talking about like when you order the pre-made, like we have outside, but we serve at the lodge, where you make your own. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I like oatmeal, but I like just regular homemade, just water, boil water, put in fucking oatmeal, and throw in some brown sugar and some milk.
Even their fries at McDonald's are different, like how they can cook their fries.
Well, fries ain't near as good as they used to be. They're not as salty as they used to be.
Anyway,
when I was a kid and you bought McDonald's French fries, you had to have a Coke to drink with every bite you had to because it was so damn salty. And then they quit letting them make you salt. Ryan told us what one of the thing was. They used to make it in beef lard.
What?
The fries. They used to cook them in beef lard, and they don't do that anymore.
Well, it says natural beef flavor.
It's too temperamental, right? It smokes out too high, and it's hard, and it costs more, and the turnover on it when you use I don't think they use a hydrogenated oil, but they use a cheaper version.
The Europeans got it figured out.
Sure.
Like, what other country can smoke until they're 80 and like still have the same death rate as Americans?
Well, if it wasn't for Americans, they'd all be speaking German.
Oh, there you go again with that.
It's a fucking truth.
It can be the truth, but like it doesn't.
I mean, people.
It doesn't have to be brought up into every time we talk about Europe. Like, well, fuck them. If it wasn't for Normandy. It's like, okay, well, they got a better diet than us.
I saw a guy.
I don't know what you want from me.
I saw a guy in France talking yesterday, and he said it took the Germans so long to take over France. He said the Muslims took it over in 2 nights or 3 nights, because I guess they've shut down a big portion of Paris recently. Oh, it's bad. It's bad over there. That open border and shit, all them people coming over there, and I mean, who doesn't respect the French anyway? So why would you expect a bunch of Muslims to come over there and respect you?
Yeah, the world is going crazy. You know what was actually, what was I looking for the other day? I was looking for a pair of new bibs, just like field bibs. The price we pay on shit versus the price that you guys pay on shit, the exact same thing. It is astronomical.
It's the duty, isn't it? Like it's what it costs for companies to get their product up there.
Yeah, like it's crazy. Like even if I okay, so I have a sister who lives in the U.S.
Let's say I ship something to your sister, like we haven't done that before.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. Like I can buy stuff but I can buy the same thing up here. I was looking at a pair of bibs. They were like $900 up here, and I could get them for like $350 US. So like $480, whatever it was. Like what the fuck is the difference? Like, it's
well, why don't you drive to Buffalo, have them shipped to Buffalo, and go pick them up in Buffalo?
Yeah, I know. I got to do that this year. Actually, who was it? Ramsey Russell hunted with a guy that I helped guide hunts for in the fall, and he left a bunch of boss ammo there, and we were shooting all that shit. Like, it just makes
it's a big difference maker.
Some people don't.
But what you need to do is buy you some Shin gear, get you some bibs from Shin, and then I can send them to your sister.
Yeah. I was looking for bibs, and then I saw the thing. I think Andy posted it, and then so I was looking, and I saw that it just so happened to, and then I'm like, all right, I'll wait and see what the Shin ones.
They're awesome. Nice. I'm gonna be. Me and Andy may be in upstate New York in September. We may be in September. We may be up there because we're gonna do some filming, And I'm working on. We were going to do something in August, but I think we're going to skip and do September and October and finish up. And if we do that, we may go to upstate New York and hunt. If I can find a place that can put us on that last week of those big birds during the early season, we may go up there and film for a couple of days.
We have an early season as well. If you want to get on,
I don't know if Andy's going to get his. Did you get your passport done yet?
September might be dicey.
They said
September. They said 7 to 9 weeks.
Come up here to hunt
for my passport.
Oh, it's got to be quick. 7 to 9 weeks.
Yeah, the U.S. is so fucked up right now with everything. Like, I don't understand what COVID had to do with passports.
It
but
doesn't.
They're still like hanging on to like, well, COVID has got our back passports.
I think it's just an excuse.
Fuck yeah,
I really do. Hey, Rory, we may end up taking you up on that, and we may come up in September and come to the restaurant and hunt, and then have you cook a meal for us and do it on camera. We may do that.
We can do that, no problem. We can figure something. That'd be kind of fun.
You may even let you cook a buffalo head and see if you can really make it taste decent.
Yeah, the odds of us shooting a buffalo head in September are low.
Really?
The odds of us shooting a buffalo head legally in September.
When does y'all's duck season open up there?
October, I'm betting.
Last down here, it's the last Saturday, fourth Saturday in September. We kind of have like three zones, 1, 2, and 3. The northern zone, which is like hours and hours from us, like driving. It opens second week, I think, of September. But there's the central, which isn't as far. I usually go up there the week that they open because a buddy of mine lives up there. But buffalo heads are cold water, like they're cold ducks. You're not shooting one of those in September.
We got we caught a couple salmon when we were in upstate New York, and they were pretty good. The amount of fucking pin bones in those things, I didn't think I was ever gonna get out all the pin bones.
Oh, they're a pain in the ass. Pin bone, but it's a straight line, right? Like the pin bones run in that straight line. Yeah. That's I had a YouTube channel for a little while during COVID, because that was the only, I was working at a college teaching. So I would make YouTube videos and then post them and then kind of lecture from there. And I made one that was how to clean a salmon, and it actually did. It was the best video I had.
What is there's not a quick, easy way to do that?
The pin bones?
What, clean a salmon?
Yeah, the pin bones. Is there?
No, I don't think it's pretty quick. You can be pretty quick with it. Like it's like repetition though, right? Like anything you do quickly, if you give me a salmon, I can have it pin boned and filleted and cleaned down in a matter of minutes. It's just knowing how to do it and where everything is. You just got to do it a few hundred times.
We had a bunch of Texas kids down there, so I didn't want them swallowing a pin bone and then choking to death right in front of me. So I was like, we're going to go over this a couple more times.
Come on.
Well, I'm telling you right now, I saw them salmon that we brought back from New York in the freezer here. Tony is going to cook them for himself. Tony will choke on one of these fuckers because he'll forget to take out the pin bones.
You got to keep bread close by.
He better take a whole loaf with him.
You didn't take the pin bones out when you cleaned them?
No. We did it when we cooked them.
Oh, like after you cooked them?
No. Like before, as we were prepping them, before we seasoned them, we took all the pin bones out.
You
fucked up. I can tell by his look on your face. Are you supposed to take them out as you clean them?
Yeah, that's so the whole idea is because when you break those, when you come through and you break the rib cage, right? They sit just inside of that rib cage bone because there's a line of rib cage bones, and then there's the pin bones that kind of sit in the middle of the fillet, and that's where they connect. So if you take your knife and run your knife upside down over the pin bones, down the fillet backwards, you'll just pop them up. And then you just go through with a pair of pliers and pull them.
Seems way easier.
Seems like the guy that was cleaning y'all's fish wasn't too worried about y'all fucking choking to death.
Yeah, we had to take we went with it.
Was he the charter boat captain?
Yes.
Yeah, he just he filleted it off and gave it to us. Put them in trash bags for us.
Yeah, sounds like he didn't do his fucking job. Hope y'all tipped him good. We're talking about Boss shot shells all day with the guy. He loved the Boss.
Yeah, he did. I didn't realize that I spent a considerable, I'm not going to say hours because it wasn't that long, but it was a considerable amount of time rubbing my hands over the meat, feeling if there was a pin bone there, and then plucking them out. I didn't realize you could just take the back of your knife and they all expose themselves.
And then, Yeah, and then if you were to because if you were to fillet them and then leave them, like, would they fall back into the fillet? Maybe.
They were hiding.
I don't know.
It was like an Easter egg hunt.
Yeah, if you do them right away, like when you fillet them, just rip the pin bones out, take the belly off, all in one. Yeah.
Well, he was going on vacation the next day. I should have known better.
Yeah, he did. He'd already.
Yeah, it was
out. You guys put him back in a day. 100%.
It was like a Friday, and we were like, "Oh, you busy this weekend?" He's like, "No, actually, I'm going on vacation as soon as I'm done with y'all." That should have been my first.
Why would you go on vacation during your busy season?
Yeah, clue right there. I don't know, Jeff. I don't know the guy's life story. I was trying to keep an 8-year-old.
When you live up in the north, Jeff, you don't really it's not like if you have a nice place to spend some time, summer's kind of the time to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand that. I just would think that he's a fishing guy, though it would be like us in the middle of waterfowl season.
He's getting ready for 120 inches of snow, Jeff. Like, I think he's going to take whatever chance he can to get away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
he's not worried about us. He's like, this is my chance to get away. I'm going.
If you guys come up in early September, we have an early season up here. Our early season this spring in September is 2 weeks. You just can't hunt Sundays. So basically, all of the areas where we're not allowed to hunt Sundays, they give that back to us in an early season, 12-day season, and then a late season, 6-day. No.
Well, we're gonna come up. It's gonna be during the week. I've got to get the schedule worked out because I'm working on 2 or 3 different deals and figure out what's best. But we had looked at going on the East Coast somewhere. My ideal hunt would us be able to get to do some sea duck hunting would be awesome in Maine or something. Cool. If we could do that in late September, and then do some and eat up there and go to a restaurant and do all that stuff. If we could work out with you, it would be good too. I just need to get down and figure out what all we can do. We only got like 3 days to get this done, and then we're going to go back in October. I think in October we're going to go to Saskatchewan or over to Alberta and hunt.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
That's cool.
And
that's cool.
If Andy can get across the border without any problems.
I got a new passport coming, hopefully 7 to 9 weeks. So that would put it September.
Well, listen, if you end up in Ontario, Andy, you can just don't bring a gun.
Yeah, I'm not.
Just bring your boots.
I'm not.
We got you
I'm not bringing anything other than what I need. They're not even going to know that I'm hunting up there. I'm not bringing calls. I ain't bringing shit.
Well, we're bringing Boss shot shells with me. Andy's going to be our driver.
Oh, then they're going to get me. You're going to have to drive, Jeff.
Well, I can do that.
You're going to have to.
You know what? Honestly, I was thinking about doing that. I was going to run down to I was going to order some, ship them to Buffalo, or ship them to. I got a buddy of mine in just outside of Windsor on Detroit. Get him and then just drive down and pick them up.
That's what I would do.
So if you need somebody to mule them for you, let me know.
Be a mule, play the mule thing.
You know what's crazy is getting into Canada and getting in from Canada to the United States is about as easy as you can get border-wise compared to going into Mexico. Whole different couple. I mean, just completely different. I mean, how many people go across that Rainbow Bridge a day is a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there's Rainbow, there's Queenston Lewiston, there's Peace Bridge, there's a whole pile of them.
But man, it was smooth and easy and just
except for not for me.
Well, Andy, he's a felon everywhere he goes.
I got to go to the secondary entry point.
But it's not a problem.
Oh, I got pulled into secondary one time crossing that border.
You did?
Yeah. We won a bunch of money at the casino, me and a buddy of mine. And like looking back on it, we probably won like $3, maybe $4,000. But we crossed the border. We tell them, we're like, yeah, we're just gonna go to Niagara International, see if we can jump on standby and fly to New York for 2 days. And they're like, you've been randomly selected. And we were probably I don't know, 21, 22. And we got they pulled us over. They searched the whole car. They're like, this is the stupidest thing we've ever heard. I'm like, hang out with us. We'll fix that for you. No problem.
We're just going to a short trip. 2 days, going to the international airport. 2 days, no big deal.
Get down, turn around.
They're picking some shit up is what they're doing.
You're allowed to take $10,000 cash across the border?
Yeah.
From America, you're allowed to bring $10,000. What about going to Canada? How much cash is it the same?
I think we could have. I think we could bring 10 without declaring it. But we had, this is 10 years ago, maybe even 12 years ago. We were almost on par, I think, with the dollar. So we were like, we'll go blow $4,000, go to New York for a night or two, just go hang out. There was no standby flight. We got there. It's Niagara International Airport. I'm used to Toronto International Airport. You can jump on a flight back in the day. It was a busy airport. Niagara International Airport is not an international.
They got nothing to do but look for people. Jeff almost got to stay in Mexico. My mom got she was drawn, you're going to be the one that we cavity search. And she couldn't get her iPad cover off, her iPad case. It's like an OtterBox type thing, and it's a super big pain in the ass to get off. And she called Jeff over there, and Jeff started getting smart with it's not. I didn't get smart.
I started using common fucking
No,
sense.
you were getting snippy, and
he went through her fucking flip flops.
Yeah, they stuck her flip flops through the X-ray machine.
I'm like, what the fuck are you gonna get off a goddamn flip flop? It's made of rubber.
But Jeff started like getting pissy and dropping F-bombs, and I thought we were gonna leave him and my mother in Mexico this last time, all over a fucking iPad.
I was fixing to throw the fucking iPad on the ground. I'd had enough. I finally ripped that son of a bitch apart. I go there, look in it. I said, what the fuck do you see? And I should have been a red flag because when I checked us in, and we're all pre-TSA, and so I checked everybody in. I said, huh. She's like, what is it? I said, it's not pre-TSA checking you in or letting you check in. She goes, what do you mean? I said, I don't know. I said, you're going to have to give me your fucking ID, I guess, when we get to the airport. So we get to the airport, and we go through, and I need Michelle's ID, and it was all no problem at all. Everything's fine. No big issue at all. Michelle Stanfield, you're needed up here at the gate, please. Flight 8, American Airlines 3 to Dallas-Fort Worth. And Michelle was shopping somewhere, and Andy comes up. He said, they're looking for Mom. I go, what? So I told Michelle, I said, they need you up here. So she goes in there, and I go back and do my shit. We're sitting around bullshitting. 30 minutes, I go up there. She's still sitting in line. I go, what's going on? She goes, I don't know. She goes, they're having to check all these people. Fuck, they're doing everything to them, checking them and shit. We're fixing to board a plane, and they still got her over there, and they're going through this fucking iPad. He said, well, we can't let you on. I just paid $1,100 for some fancy-ass iPad 2 months ago. Bullshit. I finally ripped that fucking cover off and threw it in the fucking trash there. I was pissed. I asked old Pedro there. I said, listen.
Tell you where it ends.
Do I send a fucking bill to the Mexican government for this iPad cover to fucking American Airlines? That's what I want to fucking know. Michelle's like, Jeff, shut up. I said, no, it's bullshit. So, anyways, and then she bitched at me like 3 days later, and I thought, fuck, I should just let him keep her in Mexico.
I did that in London. I got pulled in randomly for a search or whatever. They're like searching you, kind of rough with you. Guy, I don't remember what happened, but he was really like, the two guys were like, kind of like pushy and shit. I was like, I don't know what you've heard about Canadians, but you gotta buy me dinner first at least. That was it.
They didn't like that?
Oh yeah, they were pissed. No, they didn't like being called homosexual.
Oh
no, they did not appreciate my sense of humor.
It's just a fucking joke.
I got a TSA pre-check. Yeah. Pat down in Dallas one time is a big guy. He's built about like me, and he grabbed my balls. And I said, watch them fuckers. I said, they're down by my knees the older I get. I said, hell, you're older. You know what I'm talking about. He didn't think that's very funny either.
What's the deal?
I don't know why people don't have a sense of humor. If you're going to be doing body checks on people.
Those people are fucking miserable, though. Like, that's your job.
They've heard every joke. Yeah. They've heard every joke. Yeah. It's probably a tense place to work. I only have so much to do. Like, you get up and go to work every day.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to be curmudgeon about it, it's a joke, not a dick. Don't take it so fucking hard.
I got held back at the Saskatoon airport one time for about an hour and a half.
Because he wasn't hunting.
Because I wasn't hunting. They's like, are you hunting? I said, no, I'm not. I'm just up here to film our hunt. Well, you can hunt. I said, yeah, I'm very well aware of that, but I didn't bring anything to hunt with. I said, I'm not hunting. We have camouflage clothes there. I said, yeah, I'm going to film the hunts with these guys. They just kept going on and on and on. Have you ever been arrested before? I said, nope, never. So they sit me back in the room, and this lady comes in, and she asked me 1,000 questions, and she's got a computer printout of shit. And I thought, fuck, they're fixing to send my ass back to America on the next flight back. And went over it and over. And after about an hour, she came in again. I go, ma'am, what's the problem here? I said, all because I didn't buy a hunt license? I said, I'm not going to hunt. I said, and she started asking me questions. I said, you know what? I feel exactly. I said, now I know how people feel when they have to talk to me in court, and I think they're lying to me about something. And I keep asking them questions. She goes, what do you mean? I said, when I have court in Texas and I ask people questions I think are lying to me, I said, you're doing the same thing to me, trying to get them to tell you a story. I said, I'm telling you the story. She goes, in court, what do you mean? I go, I'm a judge in a little town in Texas. She goes, you're a judge? I said, yes. She goes, oh, well, excuse me, Mr. Stanfield, gave me all my shit. She goes, you can go now. That was the end of it. That's the whole thing.
Should have pulled that card an hour ago.
Like, goddamn, I should have told you an hour ago I was a judge if I'd have thought it made a difference. But
if I knew it was that easy just to say that I'm a judge in Texas and them not look into it, I'll just use that every time.
I guess then she realized I wasn't lying to her. I was like, but all I figured out later was in Canada, you can't get a hunting license if you're a felon or you've had a DWI. You're not supposed to get in the country even. But
no, I know that they can turn you out the border with a DU or DWI. Yeah, that's a big one up here.
And so I'm
assuming
assuming
they don't let people in with a DWI.
I'm assuming when I didn't buy a hunting license, they thought I got flagged because I had a DUI or something, and that's what the whole process was. And I was like, no, I'm just not.
I know that like after that whole spoils thing, they started cracking down on outfitters and stuff like that. Like,
I
know they're part of that story was like he was smuggling drugs or something. I don't know the deal. I don't catch me.
I don't even think he got in trouble for going to Canada. I thought it was all the other shit.
I think it was in Canada.
He got in trouble for shooting one day he shot too many birds or something, and that's what they nailed him with in Canada. But like there was he never brought anything illegally in.
Yeah, I think
it was like his ex and some guy or something.
Yeah, I think that's all rumor stuff. But whatever it was, they fucking talked to me for a long, long time, and then finally, all of a sudden, I went from a fucking convict to, and she was really nice to me. And then the other guy was nice to me too, and they let me go. Could we get you something to drink?
People just want to visit with you. That's all.
Can we get you a drink or something for your time? No, I got to wait on my buddy. But then my buddy, hell, he was back there almost just as long too.
They just got to make sure there's no riffraff coming in across that border. That's all they care about.
That's the difference.
Yeah,
between
we can't have.
Canada's fucking nailing everybody for being waterfowl outfitters. On our border, we're worried about them bringing fentanyl across.
We're not even really worried about that.
Well, no, that's true.
They just kind of just come across.
Yeah, a buddy of mine, he's a guide out west, and he guides at an outfit that's mostly Americans come up to hunt, and he's like, it's like American clients are just so much better than Canadian clients. Like he guides because they tip.
Oh yeah.
You know, the Canadians that I've hunted have all been wonderful people. We hunt some Canadians every year, and they're great guys. It's crazy too because, well, the regular Canadian is just like a regular American guy. We're all the same. There ain't much difference. We're all sick of all the bullshit. We're just all outnumbered by the big cities, and it's just, you know.
Does Canada have a tipping culture? Because I know there's certain parts of the world where tipping is not normal.
That lady expected at the restaurants we ate at.
Yeah, no, we definitely have like a tipping culture when it comes to like restaurants and stuff.
Right.
I just think like for hunting guides, I just don't think. Some people tip you, some people don't.
Right.
I don't really think it's.
Hey, do you ever do chicken fried steak at your restaurant?
Never.
Oh, that's a good meal.
Have you
ever had it?
Of course he has.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What?
Oh yeah. Chicken fried steak. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It's delicious, but like, not really the target audience that we're going after. You know what I have that's on the menu right now that's amazing? There's a bison farm, a local bison farm, and it's incredible. The genetics come out of the Yellowstone National Park. It's no bovine intervention. The most amazingly flavorful meat I've ever had.
Yeah, buffalo's pretty good.
What are you doing with it? Like steaks or like buffalo burgers?
You know what? No, we don't do burgers. So I don't buy the grind because he sells a lot of grind to other people. I buy the tomahawk, but he butchers he raises them, then he sends them off to be killed, and then he brings them back in like half bisons, but he breaks them there. So I can get the tomahawk, but I can get that third bone into the shoulder, so you get that extra cat meat. It's incredible. So we do those. We'll do like bone-in tenderloins. We'll do ribeyes, bone-in ribeyes, strip loin, stuff.
That is my favorite. I go to a restaurant in Abilene called Copper Creek for a free plug for them, and they're really good. And they do a ribeye chicken fried steak, and it's really, really, really.
Why would
good.
You ruin a ribeye?
It's very good. I mean, I eat ribeyes all the time. I mean, steak's a steak, but I like the ribeye.
I bet it's fried steak. It's got to be a different grade of meat, probably. Like they're probably just frying their choice or whatever.
It's very good though, and they've got a lot of pepper in the batter, which makes it really good.
In the batter.
And they put it over real mashed potatoes and gravy. It's not something I have all the time, but I do like chicken fried steak. It's a Southern deal.
Hey, so let me ask you this: when you're selling the bone in, you're charging for the bone, of course, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? You ain't gonna take the loss on it.
Well, yeah, exactly. But I mean, is that a way to finagle the number a little bit?
Differently.
Andy's the kind of guy that goes to the butcher shop and says, "Can I get that tomahawk and take the bone out?" And then wants him to charge him wants him to weigh it after the bone's out.
It's the exact same fucking piece of meat.
It is, but they charge you for that bone.
That's what I'm getting at.
That's why I said you'd ask to get it
if
cut
I pay
out.
for the bone, bone, you pay for the bone,
Yep.
right? Like it's one of those things. Like, but I think that there's a reason that those bones are there. You know what I mean? Like anytime you cook something on the bone attached, you're getting that marrow, you're getting that flavor out of a bone. It's not just for show. The tomahawk is most show because you go out of your way to French it and make it all like nice and stuff. But anytime you cook something on a bone, you're going to get a little bit of more of that marrow and more of that whatever it's attached to. You get more flavor out of it.
Listen, I love a
bone
tomahawk.
and strip loin.
I posted something not long. I think you commented on it. Like I posted a video of me doing a tomahawk not too long ago. I'm fine with paying for the bone, but in my mind, it's like another one of those marketing things where it's like we'll attach a bone and we get to charge for a piece that they're not going to eat. A little bit more money.
Well, the tomahawk is that, right? Because it's the same. If you look at like a prime rib and a tomahawk, or bone-in prime rib and cut a steak out of it, and a tomahawk and cut a steak out of it, it's the exact same cut. You're just with a tomahawk, you're getting that longer bone. It's a showpiece. There's no difference. Yeah, it's just a showpiece. Is it better? No. Is it there? Like, is it gimmicky? Yeah, absolutely. Does it sell more? Absolutely.
Right. That's all I was getting at, Jeff. That's all.
I know why they do it, but I know I can see you ask them to cut the bone off.
No,
Jesse, if we cut that bone off, we won't have to pay 6 ounces extra.
But it is true. I mean, what's it like if you're going to do a bone-in ribeye, bone-in prime rib versus bone-out prime rib? There's no benefit to keeping the bone in there, in my mind.
No,
flavor.
I disagree. Like I think you do pick up that flavor. You do pick up that marrow. You do pick up like it's anytime you have any sort of muscle that hasn't been cut and separated from, the actual carcass. The more whole you can keep a carcass, the more moisture it's going to retain, the more flavor you're going to get out of that bone as it roasts. The marrow's coming out of it. You're basting that meat. Like you do pick up more from it. It's like, are you getting that noticeable of a difference? A tomahawk, no. But like if you look up like a Côte de Boeuf, it's a bone-in rib steak, but it's usually cut a bit bigger. That's how I like to eat a rib steak. Bigger on both sides, more thin ribeyes. They wear.
Damn well there is a guy out there that has went to a butcher shop and asked to have the bone removed, but because he doesn't want to pay that extra price.
Well, you just get a boneless ribeye.
Of course, but I'm telling you, there's been a guy at a tomahawk.
The way people try to get around you is crazy.
Yes,
what do you mean?
Tight asses.
Oh, I had a guy yell at me one time because what was it? He wanted chicken legs. So he bought the chicken legs, and then he wanted me to skin them first and then take the bones out of them. And I'm like, all right, man, sure, no problem. Buys like 6 chicken legs. So I bone them, skin them, throw it all back in the scale, and then weigh it. And he's like, no, I'm not buying the bone and the skins. I don't want that. You can keep that.
Throw that away.
All right, pal, then I'm going to charge you. I got to charge you more for him. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of how it works. And he was like miserably angry. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get my boss because you're an idiot.
So he wanted skinless, boneless legs.
Yeah, but wanted to pay the price of a whole leg, but not pay for the bones.
Right.
Yeah,
they're fucking hollow bones. Like, how much extra weight could you be talking about? And the skin. What you should have said is, okay, well, I'll take that. I'll take the skin and the bone away, but you're gonna pay fucking twice as much for me having to debone them and take the skin off of them. You're going to pay for my price.
Absolutely.
You're going to pay for my expertise now.
My labor, exactly. I mean, I was.
He went home and bitched to his wife about
Never going back to that meat market.
He's been run out of every meat market in town.
Really, I don't know how people do like frontline customer service. I did, and at the butcher shop, like there were enough other people around. Like our head butcher was a very intimidating gentleman, and. If I ever had any real issues, like I just grab him and be like, "That guy wants to talk to you," and then he'd go talk to them, and it'd be like, "Yeah, I got an idiot." It's like, well, you said it.
My favorite part of a chicken are chicken thighs, and it seems to be getting to be more and more popular everywhere you go.
Oh yeah,
I don't know. I'm not eating the breast.
I think the breast is kind of a fad.
Worst part in the world. People eat the shit all they want to.
Yeah, especially like a boneless, skinless chicken breast. Like, no thanks. I'll have a salad. Like I'm.
It's about the same fucking thing.
That bad.
Yeah, it's like chewing on a piece of cardboard. If it's done improperly, like it's dry, it's not good. Tough.
Ugh.
We're at this butcher shop, were y'all breaking down like whole halves of cows and stuff like that?
We were subs, so we would do subprimals. We'd get hips in sometimes. We'd do a lot of ribeyes, strip loins, stuff like that. We did a lot of grinding. We made sausages. We made burgers. When we went to the bigger facility, then we got cap-ons. We got bigger stuff like long bones and ribs and stuff. But when we were retail, no, not really.
Have you ever made homemade bologna?
Ooh.
Homemade bologna?
Yeah. How do you?
It's actually the cheaper and shittier the sausages are, like the thing that you're trying to make is like hot dogs, the harder they are to make.
I love bologna. Probably my favorite lunch meat there is.
That says a lot about you, Jeff.
Favorite.
You're also the guy that goes to a fucking fish place and orders a sloppy Joe. So
it was not a fucking fish place. It was a bar place.
We were eating on the water, Jeff. They were catching the fish out in front of us. And then you're ordering sloppy Joes.
They weren't catching the fish out in front of us.
They were.
What'd you have to eat both nights? Every night we ate there, what'd you eat?
I can't even remember.
You had fish every night we was there. No,
I can't remember.
No, you didn't. So fuck you. You're lying about that shit.
I didn't order a sloppy Joe and then complain to the whole table about how bad it was.
I didn't complain. Somebody goes, "How was it?" I go, "It's a little sweet."
That's because when the chefs saw it come across, they're like, fuck! I can't believe anybody ordered this.
It was like eating chili.
You were the sole reason that they had to keep that on the menu.
Yeah. It's like eating chili in Cincinnati. Nobody puts fucking cinnamon in chili. I don't give a fuck who you are. It's terrible.
I was in Ohio and I tried that. Oh. It's vile.
Yes, it is.
It's vile. It's awful.
It's
I don't care.
Terrible.
Like, you can keep your chili.
Yeah, and then
put beans in chili. Keep it.
Fox comes to Christmas a couple of years ago or Thanksgiving, and we have a deal, and he makes. Everybody brings a platter, and he brings fucking Skyline chili with cream cheese as a dip with cinnamon in it. Chili and cinnamon do not capiche. But I will say this. I did have a cinnamon roll, chili on top of cinnamon roll in Tennessee, and it was very good. I never thought I'd say that, but it was an actual cinnamon roll and had a bowl of chili or a ladle of chili on top of it. It was pretty tasty. So I was shocked by that.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna hold on.
I don't know.
I want to put a Andy's fucking making me sound like a dumbass eating at the seafood place. We're on the fucking Lake Ontario. Listen to this. And we order lobster bisque as their go-to deal. There ain't no fucking lobster in that place, but it was very good.
It was good.
There ain't a lobster that lives 1,000 miles
Fuck yeah. I mean, what the hell?
I didn't order lobster bisque. You were the one that raved about how good the lobster bisque was.
It was good. Ask your wife. She loved it too. It was very good lobster bisque.
I love lobster bisque. I love lobster bisque. If there's a lobster bisque or a chowder on a menu, yeah, I'm probably going to order it because I love it. But like sometimes you got to look at it and be like, this is a bad idea.
Michelle,
not going to go my way.
Michelle makes lobster bisque in Knox City. It's a long fucking way to a place the lobster is from here. But it really shouldn't be called lobster bisque. It should be called lobster chowder because she buys all kinds of lobster meat to put with it. It's the most expensive shit we serve up here. That or the crab chowder. She makes she crab soup that's very, very good. But that shit is high dollar. Shit's expensive.
Yeah, the food costs that month, the budget's gone. That's an end of month. That's an end of month day, or beginning of the month.
The first time she made it,
if I ever book 100, I'm gonna say, all right, now let me know when Michelle's making crab soup. That's what I'm booking.
Yes,
I'm gonna book this around the crab soup.
The shit is excellent. I'm
not coming down for sloppy joes.
No. She tells me one time, she goes, "Hey, stop at Market Street," and she goes, "Grab me." She goes, "I'm gonna make a she crab soup for. It's gonna be cold tomorrow. I'm gonna make she crab soup for us." Okay. She goes, "Get 2 cans of lump crab meat." I said, "Okay." $122 for 2 cans of crab meat. I was like, "God dang."
God dang.
Have you seen the videos of them making that imitation crab meat? It's like all it is like paste.
It's polished.
Isn't it like I don't eat that stuff.
It's like a fish, and they whip it, and then it's that.
Yeah, add some food coloring to it, and then make stringy shit. Yeah, it's like it is the furthest thing from a crab.
So the red dye that they have is not crab legs you're looking at.
No, like there.
No.
I saw a video not too long ago of them making it, and like it's just like toothpaste, and like you said, like a fish, and like they mold it together, and it is not appealing.
Yeah, it's weird. No, and honestly, like you can tell by like the price of something.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Like if you get to look at like a crab roll or something and it's like $12, you're like, all right, well, that's not real crab.
No, that's exactly right.
I'm paying, I think, $65 a pound right now for Alaskan king
How
crab.
much?
Actually, I'll tell you right now because I just got my fish guy just sent me an email.
But that's what I paid. Michelle's like, listen, don't buy imitation, buy the real shit. Well,
that's how it starts out right there. I'll show it to you whenever we hang up. But like, that's it.
Yeah.
Like that. It's just goopy shit.
Oh, it's gross.
And people buy the shit out of that stuff too. I'll stay at the seafood. I'll buy stuff every once in a while at our market, and I'll buy in the seafood aisle, and I'll see people buying that shit. They'll be like, "Oh, this is only $10 for a pint of it." Well, yeah.
What's
it's not fucking real?
What's your favorite sushi? Like, what fish do you like to put on top of your thing?
What's my favorite? I don't know. Our guys are wild. Like my sushi guy, like he orders his own fish from his own supplier. Like I just get the invoices, make sure the numbers make sense. Like that's all I do. We do one they call a dynamite roll. So it's like shrimp tempura in top. And then it's like hard seared and then scallops, like thinly sliced over top of that. And then they take scallops and like toss it with like the QP mayo and like the fish eggs and then warm that up and put it on top. That one's really, really good. The bluefin is really, really good. The toro, that's really good. I like we have one, it's Alaskan king crab. So they have the Alaskan king crab inside and we finish that with like caviar and truffles.
Ooh.
That's a really good one. But honestly, like I like a green dragon. It's just like avocado on top and then shrimp tempura in the middle.
Have you seen any of the pictures that Joe Rogan posts whenever he's eating sushi? Like,
no.
Number one,
is he eating the real shit?
It's probably insane the amount of money that a good like sushi guy can charge.
Oh yeah,
but like the techniques and stuff, it's phenomenal. It's mind blowing. Some of the shit that I'll see if I can.
Mind blowing.
Find one, but like those sushi guys are crazy. Some of the ways that they figure shit out.
Do you guys ever get soft shell crabs down there, like the young blue crabs before they harden?
I've never had it.
Yeah.
No?
I've never had it.
Get them.
Always wanted a crab sandwich where they have the shell and all. Never ever had that.
Oh. So in crab season we put them on like the allotment on them was screwy. Like some days I get them, some days I don't. I order them. I kind of gotta say how much I want at the beginning of the week and then hopefully I get them. This year I hit and I got like I don't know, I probably got 100 crabs. So I put them on special one weekend. We had like a crab salad, a crab sandwich, and then a crab sushi roll. That one was incredible. Because you just snip them between the eyes, cut their face off, like their eyes, and they have these horns off, and then take out their gills, and then right there, like he's killing them as he's cleaning them and then making them. It was the best thing I've ever had.
How did you do the sushi rolls?
Really so he takes the crab, and then the sushi guy cuts, like, so you cut their face off, you lift up their sort of what would be like the shell on the sides, and they have the gills. So you just snip out the gills and then flour them, tempura, fry them. And then he sets the roll. And then when it comes out of the fryer, he just seasons it really quick, throws it into this roll, rolls it, cuts it 4 times. And then the legs kind of hang out, and the claws kind of hang out the top. And then the meat of the body is like in the roll. Amazing.
I just sent you some videos of the guy making the sushi for Joe Rogan, and then like also the pictures afterwards. The guy making the sushi's wearing a Rolex, so like, you know, I think he's doing okay in life.
He's doing okay.
Yeah. Just making, like, he just made a sushi's sushi by scratch, but
sushi by scratch in Miami. Oh yeah, that's the inaugural. Yeah, the tuna, bluefin. These are called nigiri. So anytime you see that, like anything like kind of like folded over rice, that's nigiri.
That's
then
expensive.
You have maki, which is like the rolls.
It's really expensive, right?
Yeah, I mean all sushi is expensive. Well, most sushi is expensive because sushi relies on premium ingredients.
Right.
Like it's not like French food where you can take like an old chicken and cook it in a pot. And, like you need premium ingredients and then prepared very simply. But it's in that simplicity of technique and refinement that you need a lot of talent.
I've never ever had sushi that I liked. Now, I've had California rolls, and I think they got imitation crab meat in them and avocado or shrimp, and they're pretty good.
Yeah.
But the raw fish bait, no. I love ceviche. I love ceviche, but I had a slab of cold fucking tuna in Las Vegas one time. Oh, I told him.
I love it. Yeah, no, it's amazing.
It was absolutely.
The way you say it too is I love it. It's the best every time. Also,
ceviche?
I was driving I was on the highway the other day. I almost crashed my car gagging listening to the priest talk about his eating challenge.
Oh,
yeah.
Bilal eggs are the grossest. Like, they're the grossest fucking thing in the world.
I'll send you the list that we've got.
Andy's got quite the challenge.
Don't waste your time. Don't do it. I don't want to.
It is like he's got Navarro's fermented mudfish and rice, haggis, and then
haggis is not bad.
Pork.
Haggis done well is just like it's just stuff cooked in the sheep's intestines.
This won't be done well. This is out of
a can. It's out of a can for $14. And then pork brains and meat gravy. And milk gravy, I'm sorry.
Pork brains and milk gravy. If Andy does all 4 of them and takes a bite and holds it down, I got to go to church on Sunday. I win. I'm getting saved. Getting saved by Jesus.
You get to go hear what the Lord has to say, and I'm going to be
asking God for help.
Yeah, I'm going to be white knuckling it on the toilet.
There is no win in this for Andy. Like, you're nuts, man. There's certain things in the world.
Andy should have won the challenge.
Fruit is not bad.
It's not.
It's
not. It just smells bad.
No, there's like when we were in Thailand. Yeah, like I bought one and cleaned it on the side of the road because I was so curious. And there's like a part of it that stinks, but like once you clean it and like take the seeds out, it's not bad. Like, they're fine.
I saw one in Chinatown and I asked.
They grow durian, right? I was in a place where they grow durian fruit. By the time you get durian fruit to West Texas, you might be fucked.
Well, I wanted to buy one in. We were in Chinatown and they had them on sale on the corner, and I wanted to buy one. They have them fucking doubled and tripled bag where nobody could even smell them. And I asked the lady, I said, y'all have any of this cut up already? Because they could make a killing them stands if they would cut them up and let people. I'd pay $20 to take a bite out of one just to try it, just to say I tried it.
Yeah, no, they're good. There's a couple of like Asian supermarkets up here. You can get them if you want one. Like, they smell bad, but like once you clean them, they're great.
What is there? Is there a food out there that is supposed to be bad that you're like, it is as bad as you thought it might be? Like you said, durian, that's notorious. You talk about stinky foods, and you said that wasn't bad. Has there been a food that you were like, I know people say it's bad, I'm going to try it anyway, and then you're like, oh yeah, that's way worse? Bilal?
The egg, yeah. Oh. It was gross.
What is that? Is that the egg that's black?
That fermented egg.
Yeah.
The fermented chicken. Like, oh yeah. It was bad.
So you don't think Andy will be able to do that?
No. Like, honestly, the smell of it alone will like turn you, and like,
how does anything like that catch momentum to where people are, paying astronomical amounts of money to eat these things? Because it's a delicacy.
Well, no one's paying astronomical. It's not. I don't think it's a delicacy. I think it's culturally in a culture's food sort of repertoire, and people eat it, but it's not like a delicacy. I don't think. Like, there's other things that, like, I don't know, are a delicacy, like that people like really get into. I don't know, what would it be like in?
What about the shark they eat like in Iceland or something, or Norway, where they?
That shark stuff, yeah. Like, I tried it. Like, it's not good.
It's not.
Like, some people love it because it's like whatever historically significant to where they live, and it was all that fermented and pickled and preserved. It's like herring, like pickled herring. It's okay. I'd rather just have fresh herring. I mean, like, I'm not trying to survive winter in a Scandinavian country. So it does not appeal to me to eat a fermented shark. I'll try it because I'm curious enough. But once you start fermenting and, especially seafood proteins, like, there's no real, I don't think that's great. There's nothing about
eating China's 1,000-year-old egg is a video on YouTube.
There's an Alaskan.
Thank you.
There's an Alaskan dish or an Eskimo dish, and it could even be the Nuvut or whoever the hell it is, the Inuits.
Nuvut?
But it's a fat well blubber and some kind of berries, and they mix it together.
Yeah, and that's that one. I actually had that on like it's with something like it was on like it was an indigenous chef was doing them, and there was something was like on like bannock or something. It was good. Like, it was good. It's not the kind of thing where you're like, that's my staple, I'm eating that every day. But like these people who are just like sitting there munching like canned fermented shark, like,
those people are hungry. I miss Andrew Zimmern's show. I used to love to watch that shit with all the weird shit he would eat everywhere.
I gotta quit looking at this. I gotta quit looking.
Yeah.
It's getting worse.
I can't.
If I were you, I would just get really, really drunk and then eat it because you know you're gonna throw up anyway, and then you just
Did you throw up?
Deal with it that day. The ball? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I got it down the one bite and then I was like gag and then let it hang.
Remember how miserable you were trying to eat that hot chicken?
Yeah, but that's different, Jeff.
Where did you guys go in Nashville? Did you go to Prince's or did you go to Hattie B's?
Hattie B's.
Yeah.
Hattie B's is great.
The mother. Did you do
B's.
the shut the cluck up? The worst one, the heaviest one?
No. Jeff, what? Do you know what my last name is?
Yeah, that's why. I got you now.
That's exactly it, buddy.
Yeah.
Like I like spicy when it comes to like flavorful, like cultures where you can eat spicy food, like Indian food, Vietnamese food, China, like spice with flavor is I'm okay with. But when you're just like eating like hot for the sake of hot, like
this was just miserable.
I'm not gonna be that guy.
This was just miserable.
I've never been anywhere. Now I don't eat hot food. I've ate at a Thai restaurant once, and the food was very good. It was very spicy, but it was really good. I had to drink a lot of water, sweating the whole time, but it was good. And I've had Mexican food that's pretty spicy. I've had some really spicy jalapenos before, but I in my lifetime have never ever took a bite of something that I could not take more than one bite of. And that shut the cluck up at Hattie B's it should be a 1-bite challenge. It was absolutely terrible. And I mean, it's bad. And you'll get to see Andy on one of our episodes of Boss. Andy, you get to see Andy eating it, but it was
short lived. I'll put it that way.
It was
bad.
It's a tough deal.
Bad.
You paid for it 3 times. Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just crazy. But when they bring that chicken strip out to you, and it's not even a real big strip, but it's solid black with Carolina Reaper ghost pepper sauce and shit on
it. Yeah, like I think I had like the 1 or the 2, like something on the like light side,
mild,
and then,
medium,
mild or medium, or whatever it was. And then Prince's was really good. Like I love Nashville hot chicken. It's like the sandwiches, like it's good. Like I like it a lot, but like setting yourself on fire for no immediate benefit is just like it's crazy.
It was terrible.
It's absolutely awful.
They had something I really liked at Hattie B's though. They had frozen Coke and Jack Daniels or Jim Beam, and I like that.
That's good.
Like a Coke icy with liquor, and it's good. But that was to keep your tongue from falling off after eating that hot shit. I'll tell you a place we ate in Nashville. Have you been to the Loveless Cafe?
No, I have not.
It's a must for anybody that goes to Nashville. It's Andy's not a big fan. I liked it. But what's funny is
an hour outside of Nashville. Save your time.
They're famous for their biscuits. They're famous for biscuits. Like you go to a Mexican restaurant, they bring you chips and hot sauce. They bring you a platter of biscuits with apple butter and jams and stuff. Their food was really good. Everybody loves it except for Andy, of course.
Go to get Pillsbury from your local convenience store or your local grocery store and cook it in your oven. Similar.
Friend of mine just ate there this weekend. He told me, he said, that place is the bomb. I said, it's great. What they did have, though, is they've got ham, and I'm not a big ham's okay, but I like the spiral honey baked ham. But they had red eye gravy. Oh, that shit's horrible.
Made with coffee.
You like red eye gravy?
I do not, but I like honey baked ham. Red eye gravy, when they do it with it's like gravy and then they add espresso, and it's just.
It was like drinking fucking warm water out of an ashtray. It was not good at all. But I like
adequate description.
But that's what they should say that too. If you ever had hot water ran through an ashtray, well, here, try our red eye gravy, because that's what it tastes like.
Where was I? I was at a place in Atlanta, just outside of Atlanta, and I don't remember where it was.
Didn't you say Ron liked the red eye gravy?
Sausage gravy and biscuits.
Sausage gravy, white gravy with sausage. Yes. You don't like that?
No. It was amazing. It was amazing. But I don't remember what else I had. That wasn't the thing. I just got that on the side, and I think I just ordered another one and didn't eat whatever I had. I was like,
biscuits and sausage gravy and biscuits is good.
And gravy.
Hey, have you this is a dumb this is probably a dumb thing to say because you're a world traveler and a famous chef, but have you ever ate Chicken Express?
That's a southern
thing.
Chicken.
Okay. It's a southern fast food place. They sell chicken. They have it in the bone, or they've got regular tenders.
Yeah.
But they serve it with cream gravy like that you had. And it is excellent. But people up north is like, I never had chicken and gravy before. I thought, fuck, it's a southern thing.
Oh no, chicken and gravy. And if you go to the South and you get like stew chicken and dumplings,
chicken dumplings are good too.
That's my jam. Chicken and dumplings when they're like, yeah. If you're in next time you go to Nashville, you got to go to Sean Brock's restaurant.
Sean Brock.
Yeah, he's like the godfather of the South and Southern.
We ate at a real fancy place while we were there too, and I can't remember the name of it. Was that in Nashville?
Yes.
Yeah. Husk? Did you eat at Husk?
No, but it was a $high steakhouse we went to. It was nice.
Oh, steakhouse.
You know, it's a nice place when they charge you $12 for a baked potato.
Yeah, sometimes you get some of those. You go in for dinner and you get a steak, and it's like, oh, that doesn't. I don't get anything with my steak.
Yeah,
I got nothing. No side.
I gotta pay another.
Cool. That'll be
another $20.
But that's why I don't order steak when I go out to a restaurant. It's got to be like something really special for me to order.
I very seldom order steak because I eat it at home.
Yeah, and like, there's nothing you can do to a steak that I can't do.
Me and Michelle go to that steakhouse we go to in Abilene all the time, and my favorite thing to order there is chicken cordon bleu. They do a chicken cordon bleu with a green chili cream gravy on top of it, and they serve it with jalapeno cheese grits, and it is out of this world.
That does sound like it's out of this world.
I'll tell you one place I don't.
100%, I would order that.
The Ruth Chris. I've been there a couple times, but I've never been too impressed with Ruth Chris Steakhouse.
It's a high volume steakhouse. Like, you know what? They maintain a consistent level, right. And they have their mark and they hit it every time. And for most people, like, we have a similar concept up here. It's called the Keg. It's a steakhouse. You know, it's a nice. Every Keg dining room kind of looks the same. Every Keg menu is the same. It's an okay steak if you want a steak, right. You know, and they're always busy. It's always packed. It's a great business, but like, are they pushing it forward? No, but
yeah, like every time I've gone to Ruth Chris, I've just kind of been like, well, you know, it was okay, but like,
yeah,
I'd be fine going somewhere else and saving $20.
There's,
absolutely.
I want to go to Peter Luger's. I've never eaten there.
I would like to do that.
And there's a place in Las Vegas.
You were just in New York.
I've been to New York twice in the last freaking. Me and Andy maybe. Well, me and Andy go back if we go into New York and we got time.
You have to
we
make like crazy reservations, like a month out, I think, for Peter Luger's. I think. I don't think you can just walk in off of the street.
If Jeff can get out of a ticket or a prosecution in Canada by saying he's a judge, you can say, I'm fucking Andy Shaver. Take him on Instagram. Tell him you want to come. They'll make reservations.
Dr. Stanfield has gotten in a few places we weren't supposed to get into.
Yeah, but can you imagine? I'd be a nervous wreck the whole time. Like, someone's going to find him, someone's going to recognize him, someone's going to tell me he's not a doctor.
My thing is like, he's going to say he's a doctor and somebody's going to go into labor. And, you know, you're going to see that movie thing like, is there a doctor in the house? And then the host is going to be like, Dr. Stanfield's right over here in the green shirt.
I can't do it because of my insurance.
Jeff is so good. Like, couldn't you just see like an old man having a heart attack in the middle of the dining room, and the waitress is like, Dr. Stanfield, we need you. And Jeff just stands up. I'm a gynecologist, but I'll do my best. Yep. I'm like, buddy still died. Like, he would keep the charade going that long. Right. I love it.
Long enough for the EMS to get there.
Dr. Stanfield almost got in trouble when he was 18 years old. I was at a party one night and a deck fell off, or whatever the hell. What do you call that? People stand on the outside of their, not a balcony. A balcony fell.
Balcony.
And I was on the balcony with about 40 other people, and this son of a bitch crashed, and we went crater into the ground. This girl got hurt, and she was good looking, and she had nice big cans on her, and she had a little halter top on her and stuff. And they're like, "Oh my God!" I said, "I'm a doctor. Hold on." And so I was giving her a examination, you know, and they called the ambulance, and 911 got there, and somebody shined a light in my eyes. I was like, "Get that damn light out of my eyes!" "Oh, I'm sorry, doc." And I look up, and it's a freaking police officer.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, "Oh shit!" And so he's like, "Get back out of the way. He's a doctor. He knows what he's doing." And this guy I went to high school with, and I graduated 3 months earlier with this guy. He goes, "God damn, I didn't know Jeff was a doctor." Oh, you dumbass. We graduated high school 3 months ago. And now I'm a fucking doctor. Fucking ambulance got there and shit. They got there, and I kind of stuck in the back of the crowd. I got in the car, and I was like, "We got to get the fuck out of here before I get in trouble now."
Who's been working on this girl? Yeah. Oh, there's a doctor at the party.
Why is she in worse shape than when the balcony?
Right. But I did put a light. I said, "Get that light out of my fucking eyes."
Yeah.
"Oh, sorry, doc." And look up as a cop. I was like, "Oh shit, where'd he come from?"
It's that bootleg doctor that killed her.
I'll never forget that guy saying that. I didn't know Stanfield was a doctor. What the fuck, dumbass.
Jesus.
Some people are born backwards, and that fucking guy definitely was.
I ain't so sure that's not the same guy I didn't see riding on a fucking Huffy in Wichita Falls yesterday. I'm serious. Looked just like, I was trying to add 40 years to the guy, and I thought, oh, that might be him. But true story. Never will forget that shit.
You could have got me too, Jeff.
Huh?
You could have got me too.
Yeah, I could have at that time.
Yeah. It seems like that hasn't happened to too many people recently.
No.
As we all say very confidently.
Yeah. So,
what did I say today that could offend people who are easily to offend?
Well, we've got an hour and 48 minutes of offending shit on this podcast, so we're hitting our stride.
That's a good thing to do. Before we get off here,
I think this has been pretty clean. I don't know. There's been some ones where I'm like, I listen to them, I'm like, somebody may not have said that. But I don't know. I think we've been off.
We have offended most of the people we're going to offend, though, because I don't get as much bad stuff as I used to. But what still makes me nervous is when a local older lady will tell me, "Oh, I listened to y'all's podcast the other day," and I'll be like, "Oh God,
which one did you hear?"
Oh, please.
Yep.
Tell me, did you?
That's why Logan and Rebel, when they we went to Patreon so nobody could listen to it, we can control who sees it. Like, very smart. They got their asses chewed. One of those guys got their asses chewed.
Yeah.
Well, we have had some older people come up in town and talk to me about listening to podcasts. And some of them, a guy told me the other day, him and his wife listen to them at night in bed, and that's what they listen to before they go to sleep. And I thought, yeah, they're pretty cool.
That's how they go to bed at night.
They can.
You could have sex. You could listen to Jeff and Andy talking about Bilal. Oh fuck.
That Andy.
Listen, I don't think listening to you guys would put me in much of a romantic mood.
No, she did say, she goes, "Oh, Andy makes me moist."
She didn't say.
There you go, Andy.
Moist. I'm the moist maker.
World famous.
Moist maker. And
the moist.
Getting women in the mood.
Can we stop world famous in the intro? Can it be the moist maker Andy Shaver from now on?
Just hand her over to me, and I'll get her there for you, buddy. You can finish her off. I'll get her halfway there.
Bat and clean up.
That's right. What were you going to ask him?
I don't even remember.
Before we get off, I've got to ask you one important question.
And I can't remember what the fuck it was, so I guess it really doesn't matter. I guess it wasn't that important at all.
That's pretty anticlimactic.
As a chef, do you ever make beef jerky yourself?
Yeah, delicious.
Andy's father-in-law, who is he's good with money. He's kind of tight like Andy is kind of. He makes it with ribeyes, don't he?
He has before.
And boy, it is really, really, really good.
Yeah. But I mean,
any of those really tender cuts make really, really good jerky. Like if you take a shitty cut and make jerky out of it, it's not going to be as good. But if you take a ribeye, clean the fat off of it, do it with a tenderloin. The bison farmer, he makes bison jerky. If you guys come up, we'll go to the bison farm. If you come up, we'll do dinner at the bison farm. I'll set it up with him. He's the best guy in the entire world.
That'd be fun. That'd be really cool to do.
That would be a damn cool deal.
It's a lot leaner cut of meat, isn't it? It doesn't have the marbling.
It's leaner. It's leaner. There's almost no marbling in it. It's more nutrient dense than beef. It doesn't leave you with that fat feeling. You don't need to eat as much of it because it's so nutrient dense. It's delicious. You open the bag and you open when you open it, it smells like blueberries.
Really?
It's the weirdest. It's this dark red. It's delicious.
Now, do you eat liver?
Yeah.
You do.
On purpose?
Yep. Absolutely.
How are you?
When I worked at a restaurant, we were smoking busy, and for the elderly clientele, we had liver and onions mashed potatoes with bacon on the menu, and I would take these little buns that we had, I'd grill a piece of liver, caramelized onions, bacon, and mashed potatoes in there, and that's what I'd eat for dinner.
Really?
Because it was fast, nutrient dense. Yeah. Lots of iron in there, give you a good kick of energy, and it's delicious. I love beef liver.
I've never personally had beef liver. Jeff does not like beef liver, so I did not grow up eating beef liver. And I've never made it on my own either. But
no, it's one of those things that in that generation of people who grew up with parents that cook beef liver, it's like my dad, he hated, he was a duck hunter, he hated wild duck. Because they would cook it in this really weird way. And then one night I was like, let's just eat a couple of ducks. So we did. And he's like, this is really good. It's anything that you have cooked by somebody that's sort of a less approachable thing, you have to have it cooked by somebody who knows what they're doing. Right? Eating beef liver from somebody's grandmother, it's gonna be fucking awful.
Did Ron ever make you beef liver, Jeff?
Fuck no, I wouldn't eat that nasty shit.
But did he make it at the house? Because he loved beef liver.
I don't think so. Him and Ed made it here one day.
Oh, they did?
I come in here, I was like, God dang, who died in the fucking lodge? Oh, we're making liver. You want some? Hell no.
That's all
nasty shit. But in the 70s, as a kid growing up in the 70s, liver was not that unusual. Liver and onions was pretty common. People made it a lot.
and onions is delicious.
Oh, oof.
Yeah. I get people who ask me for it every now and then. Like, you should put it on the menu. And it's like,
fuck that.
I'll bring a couple slices in for you, cook it for you. No problem. Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to do that for you.
So have you done the buffalo liver yet?
No, I haven't.
There you go.
I don't know if he gets them.
Right.
I should ask him though.
Because like that,
I should get some heart.
Because like that's a whole big thing, like you were talking about with like the iron and stuff like that. So
yeah,
you never know. They're making it.
I should ask him. I don't know because
they're making capsules out of it, selling beef liver or buffalo liver. I'm sorry.
Buffalo liver in a capsule. Yep. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I know he. You can get the hides and stuff if you want to buy them. I want one of those. I actually I want to go black bear hunting. That's on my bucket list. Oh.
Jeff, you put on a buffalo hide, didn't you? And you thought you were going to fall over?
Yeah, I wore a buffalo hide. I hunted with some old mountain men back. Oh shit, I was 18, 19 years old. We went waterfowl hunting, and this guy gets out of the truck. And he's got on just regular clothes, and it was cold. It was freaking snow on the ground. And I go, "Your ass gonna freeze." Oh yeah, boy. He had jumped off with a buffalo robe. He wore that fucker hunting and stuff, and it was just kind of went over his head and around him and shit. And so I go, "That's the bitch keep you warm." So, oh, hell yeah, you'll burn up in that thing. And so we quail hunted. He goes, "Hell, you wear it while you quail hunt." And I walked about 100 yards that son of a bitch. I was fucking sweating like a fat kid at the prom, boy. It's like, shit.
Jesus,
that's a heavy duty piece. That kept a lot of people alive during the Indian days back in the day, I'm telling you.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it would definitely be super, super warm. That's that'd be really, really warm. The guy probably wasn't worth his weight in anything trying to pick up birds or be helpful. Like,
I got this buffalo hide on. I can't bend over.
No, he had his own.
Sorry, guys.
He had the black powder gun and everything. He'd shoot once, boom, and I'd shoot bam, bam, bam back before I shot it over under. And I thought, I bet he's jealous I ain't shooting a black powder gun. Mm-hmm. But they were true to their callings.
It's like guys. Cool. It's like guys who shoot 10 gauges. Like if you shoot 10 gauges, you're on the other side of the blind. Like don't.
You know what's crazy is the people that still want Boss 10 gauge.
Yeah, there's a small
big group of there's a group of guys that love that shit.
All right. I can't. I'm really into 20 gauges right now. I like my 20 gauge. Actually, you know what? I gotta say a thank you to like a bunch of people on that podcast page because I was trying to source parts for an old Browning shotgun.
Did you get them?
I got them. Like some like 20 minutes after the thing was posted, he like, hey, check this out. Like it's probably not on the website, but just call the guy. Like whatever. I called him that day. I had the part ordered.
I'm telling you right now, if you have a problem, our private podcast page, man, you can
solve any problem.
I tell people all the time. I had a guy call me the other day that was out here, had someone broke down in a vehicle, but we were going somewhere. And it was 3 hours from me, but I said, this is what you need to call. But I tell people all the time, if you're traveling anywhere in the United States and something happens, if you'll say something, hey, I'm in, BFE, North Dakota, somebody on that page is from close to there, or they know somebody that can help you. And most of the people on there, outside of Dan Reese, everybody else on there is a really good person. Yeah. So anyways, it works out good.
And we've not really promoted that either. So like you kind of got to be, I don't know. You kind of got to be like in the bowels of Facebook to even find it. So,
but it's the Big Honker Podcast private page. You got to answer 2 questions. Yeah. There's all kinds of stuff. We do some giveaways on there, like we do our new Patreon account. But it's a really good thing to listen to.
Yeah, I think I just fucked up the Facebook group.
Yeah.
Anybody who wasn't, if you weren't in it by now, you don't need to be in it. Right. We're good. We don't need you. We don't want
to. Don't be bogging it down now.
All right, Roy, we appreciate you being on here, and I'll be in touch with you about us maybe coming up there in late September. But you take care of yourself. Cool. God bless you.
Thanks for coming on here. It's been a lot of fun, as always.
Yeah, likewise.
God save the king, that goofy little wormy bastard.
No.
Not at all.
No. We'll talk to you later.
See you, bud. Bye.
Thanks, bud.
Bye.
See ya. Got it. All right, Jeff's got to make a call. We appreciate everybody that has tuned in. So, yeah, you can go. We do have a closed Facebook group. It is the Big Honker Podcast group, I think is all that it's called. So, pretty easy to find. There's 2 questions. Do you listen to the podcast? What's your favorite episode? That was to keep the robots out. And, pretty easy. Answer those 2 questions, you're in, and then that's it. So that is a private Facebook page, And we've also got the Patreon going on. That is behind the scenes clips. And we've also got a cool giveaway with that we're going to announce soon. What else? Season 2 of the First Family of Waterfowl will come out July 20th. It will be on YouTube, and so that is where you can find it. Go to our go to our YouTube channel, the Big Honker Podcast, and then just scroll down. I've got everything pretty well organized to where you just scroll down. Season 1 is there already. 4 episodes. This season is going to have more than 4 episodes, and it is very, very cool. We watched the first episode last week, and the first episode's really, really good. So be looking for that on July 20th. What else? July 28th, 29th, I will be at Squad Fest for the 3rd annual Squad Fest, so come see me out there. They've got calling contests. They've got a dinner Friday night. It's going to be a very, very good time. So if you are in the St. Louis area, come out to Squad Fest. I'd love to see you out there. Other than that, stay safe. Summer is dwindling down, so if you're traveling, getting in that last-minute vacation, stay safe on the road. And thanks for listening. Goodbye, everybody. Check out our sponsors. Go check out Hemp Hill Farm for all of your CBD needs. Listen, we're getting older and shit is starting to ache. CBD can help. Boss Shot Show, Specific Calls, Dive Bomb Industry, Dirty Duck Coffee, Shin Gear, Looking Glass Podcast, Lucky Duck, Ducks Unlimited, Double T British Kennels, Mossberg, Stanfield Outfitters, and Alpha Outdoor Specialists.